The intro is so good we had to roll it again.
Mm-hmm.
And Darren, I think you're still muted.
I'm
Yeah,
muted.
you're
What
muted,
the
bro.
hell is happening?
Yeah.
It's like an echo in my ear. I don't know if there's a tablet or what the heck that was.
Oh,
Um,
I'm hearing myself now.
what? Why?
Oh, it
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like so. Do you have the stream pulled up? It's like
No.
it sounds like it's playing on like the stream delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not mine though. What the hell? Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I don't think so, unless it's on my phone.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I hear myself. Okay, I'm gonna reload my screen really quickly. Taz, keep the intro.
Yeah.
Intro the episode. Taz.
Yeah. So, how you guys doing? Welcome back to After the Credits while we wait for Darren to sort those technical difficulties. How's everybody doing? How was your holiday? Let's start with that. So, how are you guys doing? And this is first time that we are actually chatting here. So, Ben, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Any specific you want to know, like what kind of things I'm into, or
Yeah, just what content are you into? What kind of
I'm a big
media, that sort of thing.
I'm a big superhero geek, as you can see.
Okay, nice, very nice.
Superhero geek, and I'm very much into a lot of like pop culture stuff. Just gone to Doctor Who. Really big fan of Star Trek,
Okay.
Star Wars, Marvel,
very
DC,
nice.
like very big into a lot of that culture type shit.
Very nice. Very
How about
nice.
yourself?
Have you
Yeah, I
mentioned
would say
Dexter yet, Ben?
no.
You two are both very into Dexter.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So that's
yeah,
that's our big
awesome.
thing.
Also
Yeah.
very into Dexter. Yes.
Okay, great, awesome. Yeah, I'm excited then for when season 2 Resurrection promo starts.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, we had to get our quota. Whoever put a bet on us mentioning Dexter in the first 5 minutes of the stream, you have won. Congratulations.
$1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. But yeah, no, I mean outside of just TV, movies, obviously just our standard nerdy stuff, DC, Marvel, Star Wars. I would say probably. You wouldn't think it based off of the content on my channel, but Star Wars is still always and forever will be my number one. A lot of gaming stuff as well. Previously definitely going to get into that a little bit more. And that is for a reason that I will reveal at some point. But we'll get back to more gaming stuff later. Darren, how are you?
hear an echo at all? Echo gone?
Yeah, no echo anymore.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Hopefully we're good.
Yeah.
Where was I? Welcome everybody. After the Credits, episode 104, aka the last stream of 2025.
Oh yeah.
Last one of the year.
Content I'm putting out this year. Maybe there might be one other thing, but this is pretty much it for me for 2025. Okay. We have a fun show in store today. We have a new episode of Fallout Season 2. Taz is ready for us to fully dive into that. We have the finale of
Dive into the wasteland.
Season 1 has ended. Apparently, we're not getting another season until 2028, according to
Wait,
some
what?
Yeah, no, like December 2027 is like maybe, and then.
So what you're saying is don't buy Apple TV just to watch this show.
Well,
I'll wait until I can find a 1 month free trial or something.
Maybe.
Kaz, if you do one episode every 4 months, you may be caught up in time.
Or I'll just wait until the next season gets announced and then I'll watch it then. That was what I did for Invincible. Is I waited I think until season 2 dropped before I went back and watched season 1. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. I think you'd be really into it, Taz. Jordan, I did see you were calling, but I couldn't pick it up. I couldn't pick up. I will call you later, Jordan. I will call you later. I'll jump in the VC later or something. But how is everyone today? Obviously, the last episode of the year. Chris is in the chat, said hello, Taz, or sorry, hello, Taz.
Hello.
Hi, Darren and Co. If others are here, they are here. We have 2 people today, which is a rarity. We have 2 people. One Marvel fan.
I'm
Cameron's here. Taz is taking over. He did take over.
I did take over for a minute.
I took Taj for 2 hours yesterday on our Stranger Things talk, so Taj needs a break. Taj needs a break. But No, obviously we have some fun things planned. Before we
Oh,
do
yeah.
get in too much into it, though, I do want to do a little Omega. What's up, my friend? How is it going?
Hello.
But this is the last thing of 2025, and I do want to ask you guys about like your favorite TV shows of 2025. And what I thought I would do, and obviously I don't want to dive into this list test because we've already done something kind of similar for the
Yes.
100th episode, in terms of our us looking back at every show we've ever covered. But I want to look back at a list that we covered this episode last year, or maybe one advanced last year, and this was our
wow.
most anticipated shows
wow.
of 2025. So these were all shows that were supposed to come out this year. Some we covered, some we didn't, and I kind of just wanted to look at this really quickly and just be like,
Roll the
okay, did we
footage.
place these? Yeah, like did we place these in the right spot? Speed running these because I obviously don't want to be on this all day, but we
If I remember correctly, we talked about that for a long time, didn't we?
Let's see. It was a 3-hour stream, and this is all we covered.
Oh yeah,
This is
well, that's normal. That's a normal length.
Yes, but no other topic. It was just
yeah, yeah. We might have gone over just a little bit.
TV is an infinite topic.
Mm-hmm. So we placed Daredevil Born Again at the top of our betting list. This was the thing we were most excited for in 2025.
Okay.
I think we both liked it enough. I think we were both kind of like, yay.
Yeah, but it didn't live up to S tier hype, unfortunately.
No, it did not. No. Did you like it, Ben?
I think I like it more than the average person, truthfully.
Okay.
Like I really did like Daredevil Born Again. It worked for me.
Very true.
Big fan of the original show as well.
I am. I love the original show, and it was nowhere near as good for me as seasons 1 and 3.
Okay.
But I think I like it as much as season 2, which are both like 8 out of 10 seasons for me.
Interesting. I know, Darren, you and I, we kind of came to the conclusion that season 2 is not as bad as everybody seems to
I agree.
think
It's
it
not.
is.
It's still my least favorite season, but it's not as bad as most people. I still think it's like an A season of television.
Yeah.
Or like high A, near S.
I don't know. Just me being different, I always rank season 2 as my favorite.
That's your favorite, which is fair.
Yeah.
It's a good season of television.
We put Phineas and Ferb in our S tier as well, Taz, which you have not finished yet, Taz.
I've not. No, I watched the first like 1 or 2 episodes, I think.
The first one.
Yeah. Oh, and then I saw the what is it? The holiday special intro.
Yes, which apparently is an old one. I guess it was that was the
Oh.
old intro that they just threw on TikTok. I was kind of
Okay.
disappointed because I
Oh.
was like, "Oh, they're making a new one." No, it's just the old one. Hell of a Boss did not come out with a new season this year. Invincible. I think we were pretty on brand. with Invincible.
Yeah. I think that definitely lived up to S tier S tier capabilities.
Hazbin Hotel is on here, Ben, which we both I think enjoyed a lot.
I just finished that season like 2 hours ago.
Incredible.
I haven't had time, so I finished Welcome to Derry yesterday. Like I finally caught up on stuff. So, but no, Hazbin Hotel I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We have you on here, Taz. But I think that S tier was because of you. I think I let you have full reign on that
you
one.
did. You let me have you in S tier, but I see you didn't let me put Dexter in S tier because you weren't on the bandwagon just yet.
That's interesting.
Oh, wait,
Why
actually,
did I
at that point, wait a second. At that point, neither of us had seen Dexter. Actually, neither of us had
Yes,
seen
that's why-
a single episode. You're right.
How the hell did it
Because
get
this
an
was
A?
December of last year.
You both are that new to Dexter?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just watched it. I believe end of February this year was when I started the original show. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fair enough.
here's the thing. I had heard so much about it. My mom is a big fan of Dexter. And she for years and years and years was like, "When are you going to start Dexter? When are you going to start Dexter? When are you going to start Dexter?" And then we heard about the new season coming out, and I was like, "Okay, now's my time. Now is my time to actually envelop myself into it." And I dove headfirst into the show, and I basically am treating it like the new Arrowverse at this point in my mind.
Which is what we almost had, but then they canceled.
And then they took it away.
Well, but then there are rumors that maybe it's coming back.
I don't believe
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. If Paramount's got all this money to buy, what are they trying to buy now? They're trying to buy
Brothers.
Warner Brothers? Yeah.
They don't have enough cash.
If Paramount thinks they have all this money to buy Warner Brothers, they could certainly make a second season of Original Sin. But
seriously, I mean, look, Original Sin to me works as one season, but it doesn't need to be one season.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think it sets a good foundation, a good groundwork, and it shows, hey, there's a lot of room to play around with in this flashback era, but if we don't get another season, I at least hope that they incorporate flashbacks with the younger cast into Resurrection. That is my consolation prize, right? As long as they can continue to do that, I'll be okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised Dexter wasn't in the have not seen category for you guys.
That's true. I think we were just both excited to get caught up, but that is
that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna cut it off here though before we get on a Dexter tangent. Cobra Kai ended this year. Taz, rest in peace, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
It actually did live up to the hype for me. I watched it late. I only recently watched it like a couple months ago, but it really did live up to the hype, and I'm really glad that I waited for the whole season to be out rather than watching it in the parts. Like I think
was probably
one
the smart
full
way.
binge,
I did not like
it was
part one. But I
part
like
one,
part two, and then part three blows my mind.
Literally.
Yeah, I can't necessarily even tell where the part breaks are, so that's kind of a bad thing.
Yeah,
it feels like one continuous story.
Yeah, part one of Cobra Kai season 6 for me is the worst like consecutive episodes of that show for me.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Like it just could have been shortened so much.
Agreed. Gen V season 2 put out a new season.
Oh yeah,
I think we both liked it. I think we liked it. I like it a lot. I think you like it a little less, but I still enjoyed Gen V. Oh boy, Taz. All right, Last of Us season 2. We put that in S.
Boy.
I still think it's up there for me, but you, on the other hand, you were not as.
Yeah. So again, and here's the thing: is what happens when you go back and actually explore the source material a little bit. Like I was drinking the Kool-Aid of the show without having played the game, and then after watching season 2, going and actually finally playing part 1 and part 2, and then I was like, oh. I see where people are coming from with the hate on the show. Not necessarily saying that I hated it, but I definitely see where the criticisms come from. So the show to me, we'll get to it when we get to Fallout, but I think what Fallout is doing is what The Last of Us should have done. Is instead of trying to retell the games, is tell another story.
A new story?
In that universe that we didn't get to see, right? I think that would have been a much better approach to take, even if it's still with the same characters. Tell us stories that we didn't get to see in the game. There's a gap between game 1, game 2. Yes, we get a little bit of that in flashbacks, but there's a gap there. There's a whole story of, Joel and Tommy that we don't really get to see that happens pre-game 1 that they keep talking about, but we don't get to actually see. Imagine if they made the show about that, or completely different, separate new characters just set within that world. I think that would have been a much better recipe for a show versus trying to retell the same story, but also being like, oh, we need to be new and different.
Fair. The Bear was on our watch list for like a month straight, Taz, and I just we could not find the time to get you caught up. I haven't even watched it yet. Really? It's killing me because I mean, that's what happened. I kept putting it off for this show, because I was like, okay, I'll wait.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
And I just never made it. This week, I'm trying to get caught up on a lot of stuff.
Watch it, bro.
I'm so excited.
Great stuff.
Stranger Things season 5. We're reviewing it right now as a mini series on Sundays. So we're finishing it up this Sunday. So yeah, I'll move on for that.
Is it
Friendly Neighborhood?
Is it any good?
Yes and no, and yes again, and then no again.
It's good, but I think I can confidently say it's my most disappointing season of the year.
It's my least favorite season of Stranger Things, but that's when Stranger Things is consistently in my A tier TV show. So it's
that's fair. That's fair.
There are issues with this season. But it's still very enjoyable TV for me.
Yeah, and hopefully the finale sticks that landing.
There's too much to do in 2 hours. There's
much.
too much to do
Too
in 2
much.
hours.
So what you're saying is I probably still made the right call dipping out after season 3.
Season 4 is the best season.
Season 4 is
Really?
my favorite season as well.
So
Really?
good. Season
So
4
it's
is so
so
good.
good. It's so
Interesting.
That's a hot take though. Most
Interesting.
people like
What-
season 1 more.
What I know about
I
it is
used to
it
be like that.
seems it seems like it dove way more into like the supernatural side of things rather than like staying like obviously it's always been very supernatural, but I
They
like
go
the
big.
grounded nature of the first couple of seasons.
Then you will not like season 4 and 5.
Yeah.
It's
5
more-
like
Like think of like seasons 1 and 2 are like the first Avengers movie.
Mhm.
4 and 5 are like Infinity War and Endgame, where it's like
Yeah.
the biggest stakes and it's massive and the cast is 30 characters long and it's
It's
a
Yeah.
a lot.
friendly
I mean, the
neighborhood. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the character issue is the biggest problem I think Stranger Things has right now.
There's a
It's
lot.
just it's a bloated cast, just too many
Way
people.
too bloated.
Very
Yeah.
big. I'll just show you a screenshot later, and there's like most of the cast is in one shot, and it's like,
Oh, I know
goodness
the exact
gracious,
screenshot you're talking about. Yeah.
this looks like the Brady Bunch. This is
Oh, God.
insane. From the Neighborhood Spider-Man, Taz, we both enjoyed covering that this year.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Great show. Great show.
Great show. The White Lotus, I watched on my own. Taz, you've not watched White Lotus, right?
No, I
Ben, have
not.
you watched The White
Was
Lotus?
Steven? Steven 3 was this year?
Early.
Oh, that feels like so long ago.
It's January. It was like early on in the year.
Yeah, I love Steven 3.
Me too. It's in my top 10. Walking Dead Dead City. Have not watched. Newest season of Doctor Who. Disappointing, in my opinion.
I agree. It also disappointing. Actually, as of 3 days ago, I'm fully caught up with Doctor Who. But yeah, disappointing.
Ending was kind of was the thing.
Lackluster.
Peacemaker season 2. Was that disappointing or were we satisfied?
I was
That's a tough
personally satisfied
question.
enough.
That's a tough question.
I
I
was
will say
disappointed by it, I'd say.
yeah, it didn't live up to the hype that James Gunn built it up to be. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think that's really the best way to put it. And
Agreed.
it just leaves us in an interesting state when now that's the second big DC project that's come
Agreed.
out. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, where are we going with this? That's my big question. Is again, maybe it's gonna make sense, but it doesn't make sense as it stands for that season to have been hyped up as much as it was.
Mhm.
Agreed. Yeah, I actually think that if he hadn't talked, like, it met my expectations if he had said nothing about it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it of a Steven a lot, but
Yeah,
he
same.
hyped up that finale so much, and it just didn't work.
Well, he was being so secretive about the last 3
He was.
episodes. He was like, "Oh, I only gave press, episodes 1 through 5, and
5,
6, 7, 8. That's when it gets
Yeah.
crazy. Like those are my favorite episodes that I've ever." And
Literally.
I don't doubt that for him, but
Yeah.
I don't think he necessarily put himself in the shoes of the audience there, where they were like, "Okay, well, I don't have these personal connections that James Gunn has to these stories and
fans,
these
yeah.
characters." Exactly. It was for him, and that's great. And again, I love seeing a creative's vision actually brought to light and,
great.
able to be shown on screen. Perfect, amazing. I want more of that.
Yeah.
But you then have to put that little annotation on it saying, this is very important to me. This is some of the best stuff that I've ever done for myself. Like not
Right.
saying this is the greatest, superhero thing, whatever.
Literally.
That's what he made it sound like. But if he just
Yeah.
added that little asterisk to it, it would have made things a million times better.
Yeah,
I think it's
I was
really
at
close
the
to being there. I just
No,
think
for
they
sure.
just dropped it in the final act. Like I think they
They
had it the whole
really did.
season and they forgot to film half of a season for me.
literally.
It's like, oh, they went home early. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
literally.
Let's go down to B. Eyes of Wakanda. Taz, you skipped out on this one this year. Ben, did you
I
watch
did not
this
see
one?
that. No.
I did see it.
Okay.
You
You like it?
Enough. Like, is it amazing? No,
yeah.
but was it fun? Like, would I watch it again? Maybe the Iron Fist episode. I really like that episode, but in general,
Fair.
it was all right. It was all right.
Andor. Taz, we don't need a comment from you. Moving.
Under the tier list. Thank you. Continue.
I showed my. By the way, Taz, I showed my friends that tier list, and they had a field day with you. Putting Andor on the same level as Titans was not their cup of tea.
I haven't even seen Andor. And that,
I would put Andor below Titans. Thank you very much.
That makes me sad.
That's a take.
Andor is literally my least favorite piece of Star Wars media to exist in the entire world. And you can clip that. You can. And you can quote me.
Alien Earth. I saw 3 episodes. I haven't went back.
It's good. It's a good season.
Can't even tell what that one is. That Wheel of Time, maybe? I have no idea what that is. Next we have the new Game of Thrones show. It hasn't come out yet. It comes out next month. That took one of year. I watched the first episode of it on here. There's nothing else out right now, so it's B's fine. Win and Lose, haven't got to yet. Wonder Man also has not come out yet.
Did not come out.
Delayed. Yeah. And all episodes at once for some reason.
Yeah, that's a couple weeks for that.
What is that? Is that a 6 or an 8 episode season?
It's 8, I believe.
8, but they're 30 minutes long with credits.
Yeah, so
they're like dumping that show worse than they did to Ironheart. Like that's
especially in January.
Yeah,
I'm wondering
that's
if it
literally
is just a binge model show though. Like I'm wondering if it is just like not to excuse the major corporation, but like I do wonder if there's I don't know because they have described it more like sitcom style.
We can only hope.
Like,
yeah,
I hope so. I hope that's.
But like Marvel, they well, for instance, the way they market Daredevil, they're doing such a good job marketing Daredevil. Mm-hmm. But they won't do that with like a lot of the other Marvel shows, but it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's just like, okay, we know that people like this thing, so let's market the crap out of it. But honestly, you should do the exact opposite. Is okay. I'm going to mention this for the second time in as many weeks now. Look at the marketing for Marty Supreme, right? Who wants to go see a random like based on a true story movie about a table tennis player? That doesn't seem interesting. But then look at what they did with the marketing. Look at what they did for Timothée Chalamet with like just everything that he did, like going on top of the Vegas sphere, like dropping a rap song, like to promote this movie. Like that's insane. And so many more people went to go see this movie than they otherwise would have because the marketing was so off the chart.
Literally. So I think it's A24's biggest opening.
Yeah.
It was great.
But like Daredevil had a kind of a stumble though in the views wise though too. Like it's like the lowest live action show that they've had. Which
they did, yes.
Did.
But Marvel tried to promote it, so like
yeah,
they're not even trying to promote Wonder Man.
You can even argue that maybe they tried too hard. Maybe they over promoted it. They over promoted something that is like, hey, it's Daredevil, he's back. You know, have fun with it. That's all they have to do for the marketing. Literally. For things like Ironheart, for things like Wonder Man, you have to get the audience to care about the characters. Yeah. You have to get them to care about the cast and the story and figure out why they want to actually go see this thing and not just sweep it under the rug, forget that it exists. And I bet you, if you go and interview 10 random Marvel fans,
they don't
at
know
least half of them will be like, Ironheart, what?
Yeah,
Wonder Who Man, what? Like,
no, I agree.
They're not even gonna understand that.
Yeah,
but they'll be like, oh yeah, Daredevil, yeah, that's back, that's cool.
I know, right?
Yeah, and I have a feeling they're gonna do a big marketing push for the Punisher special too. So like,
yes,
they'd be smart if they market all 3 together, like Daredevil, Punisher, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Like market that shit as a trilogy.
That'll be good.
Marvel Zombies, I think that's kind of I think B was a fair point for that. I think it was like, yeah, solid.
I thoroughly enjoyed Marvel Zombies. I thought that was good.
Same. Taz, your favorite show, Suits LA. We totally talked about that.
That got canceled, so I just didn't even watch it.
We totally reviewed every single episode of Suits LA.
I have zero interest in that show.
Wednesday, I've not finished Wednesday either. That's one of my biggest ones of the year I've missed out on. I need to make time for it.
It's a good season. I think I enjoyed it much of season 1 for me.
Okay. We've got Ironheart and C, Taz. That pains me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that should definitely climb up to at least A or B tier.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. I ended up enjoying Ironheart a lot more than I thought I would.
Look at this one, Ben. We put It, Welcome to Darien. In fairness, neither of us had watched those movies when we were ranking this, so we were kind of like looks cool, but we don't know if we'll watch it. And
I don't think I had seen them in Jane. I saw them in like February or March, so I don't think I had seen them when you did this either. So one of the best of the year, that show.
Your clock sounds like Vecna, Ben. It's
Oh,
scary.
thank you. Yes.
Kaz does not get the reference. Amazing World of Gumball. They put out a new thing this year. I did not.
Did they? I forgot that existed.
They're about to come out with season 2. Yeah.
No, it just came out. I'm pretty sure, but yeah.
Yeah, they did one season, but they're splitting it up and calling it 2 seasons for some reason.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to catch up because I've seen the entirety of the original show, but I have not seen any of this new one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the original show.
Haven't watched it. Rick and Morty, haven't watched it.
Rick and Morty's peak.
We were supposed to watch Visions, Taz, but that one also just
that did fall by the wayside. Yeah, I kind of had a little bit of a busy period, like mid year. Yeah.
Me and Darth did Reacher. I thought it was fine.
I liked Reacher. I think I liked this season more than you did.
Okay, fair.
From what I've talked to you about it.
This one's been on the list for a while, Taz, but Yellow Jackets. Had a new season this year.
And that just keeps every time I watch Fallout, I just keep getting reminded that I need to, number 1, watch Yellow Jackets, but number 2, where is season 2 of Sweet Pea? Come on.
Oh, Sweet Pea was great.
So good.
Wait, Yellow Jackets are still going on?
They're going into
I think there's one more season, yeah.
Yeah, they're going into their final one.
I watched first 2 seasons, and then I haven't seen. Are they on their 3rd?
I think they just wrapped 3, and they're going.
Yeah, I think this is going to be 4.
Final.
Yeah,
4th and final season.
Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, I need to catch up with Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it. Like I kind of understand the premise, but
an interesting
I need to actually watch it. Yeah,
it's interesting enough.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, there's like a parallel story. Like you see the past and the present. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of like a loft type thing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, and to speed run through things we said we hadn't seen. Alice in Borderland, still have not seen. Devil May Cry. I don't think I would assume neither of us have seen. One of the Star Trek show. Can't even tell what
very Strange New Worlds, very disappointing. That's all I will say about that.
Okay. Ginny and Georgia, a show I really wanted to get caught up on that I did not, unfortunately. Sandman, still have not got past episode 3.
I loved this season, and it's sad that it will never get picked up because of reasons.
Yes. I've heard good things, I just haven't made around.
It's a great show.
Slow Horses, have not watched it. 21? One of those
1923, yeah.
23, yeah, the freaking cowboy spinoff.
The
Yellowstone, that's it, yeah.
Yellowstone, that's it. I was thinking Yellow Jackets. Like, that ain't right.
We kind of watched this one this year, Taz. A Black Mirror season, whatever it was. We did technically.
Yeah, we watched one random episode of Black Mirror. Yeah,
that was great. I would love to do more at some point this year.
Yeah,
year,
we should.
Whatever.
I don't even know how much extra time we're gonna have.
I know.
What a year for media.
Yeah.
Wheel of Time. Still have not touched that. Squid Games wrapped up their show this year. One Punch Man. I don't think this actually came out this year. I think it's coming out next year now.
No. Half of it came out this year. Then the animation is so bad that they're delaying it till 27. They're delaying the rest until 2027. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
No, you should see the season the IMDb. Seasons 1 and 2 are averaging like a 7 or an 8. This even average of like a 2. It's so bad, like in ratings. The fans hate it.
Wow.
Silo have not seen. Poker Face was canceled, I think, this year.
Was
it's
it?
Always, unless I'm thinking of something else, but I think it was.
Oh, I love Poker Face. It's a good show.
It's Always Sunny. I still have not seen any more of that.
I've seen 5 seasons of It's Always Sunny, and I'm not caught up.
Whatever the heck that last thing is, I have not seen.
It's a show.
It's a show. It's a show.
It's a show.
Sandman is S tier, yes.
It really Sandman's great.
And next week, I'm planning on making a new one of these for the 2026 year as our guide to whatever the heck is coming out in 2026, which is, I was going through today, and a lot of TVs coming out next year.
A bunch of stuff.
I'm going to be honest, I'm midway through season 1 of Sandman, and I have no indication to finish because Neil is so fair.
Yeah, fair. I was tempted not to watch season 2 for some more reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had I feel like if I was already into it, I would have different feelings. Oh, we switched spots, Taz. That's fine. But like, if I was
I'm over
already a
here
fan
now.
of it, I'd be like, oh, I'll commit to another season. But like, I'm
Yeah,
not
like
into it yet. It's like, why?
yeah, like I was very into season 1 when it came out, and then
Mhm.
season 2 had already been filmed, and then everything came out about him, and I was
Mhm.
like, oh, am I gonna watch season 2 now? And I'm like, you know what? I love the show so much, I'm gonna. But
That's how I am with like Harry Potter. Is like, I'm not really into it as is, and I'm like, do I want to get into it with the problematic nature of the franchise, or could I just like skip out on that as one of my
exactly.
IPs? I was like, if I'm not already into it, like I'm not going to ask anyone not to support Harry Potter if they like Harry Potter, but like, I don't know, they don't.
You have to
need me to kill 'em.
separate. You have to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're gonna be hopping into some shows. We took a 30-minute detour just looking at that list, but
We spoke about a list that took us 3 hours to make for an additional 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yes.
Good job. Good job,
We'll
us.
see.
Great
We'll
stuff,
see how
guys.
long that takes next week. Alrighty, we're gonna be hopping into some Fallout Season 2. Taz, we launched our Fallout journey last week. We talked about how you're a decent fan of the games. Your family's a big kind of, fan of the games. I'm the casual fan here who has played no games, who barely remembered Season 1, but watched a recap online.
That is pretty much where I'm at. That is pretty much where I'm at.
Interesting.
I have played a little bit of the Fallout mobile game way back when, Fallout Shelter.
Oh.
I played a bit of Fallout Shelter. I was really addicted to that like many years ago, and it was fun. And then Season 1, I didn't remember a thing. I didn't watch a recap. I just kind of went into it with it blind, and I started picking up pieces as it went on. But
well, you did get a nice little 5-minute recap at the beginning.
There was like, there was a great
episode
5-minute
one.
recap.
Yeah. It's like,
nice.
hey, I know we've been off the air for a while, but just in case you forgot everything, here's a nice little
one of the better recaps I've seen. I feel like I think studios are actually getting better at that because I think they know it's such a massive break.
Yeah. Well, they have to, because there's so much time in between seasons now.
Well, Fallout's break wasn't actually that long. It was like I think a year and a half. Like it wasn't actually terribly long.
No,
it wasn't too bad.
In this culture, it's not too
compared
bad.
to the standard. If you compare it to shows from 15 years ago, it was terribly long. But compared to today's standards, like it's all right, not bad.
Yeah, as long as they can keep it under like 3 years, we're good.
Yeah.
Pluribus. Yeah, for sure. Taz, why don't you get us started with Fallout? I watched a couple of days ago at this point, so I'm trying to like jog my memory a little bit. So why don't you get us started here?
Yeah. Well, all I know is that patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. That was great. That was that's a line ripped from the game. So you literally you can go to an NPC and they'll say that. So that was pretty nice to see. But this is a big Maximus episode, and Max, the Brotherhood of Steel, that was an element of the first season that I didn't love as much as I thought I would. Like one of the big things that you think about when you think of Fallout is like, the big steel mechs. Like that is a very iconic piece of armor, a very iconic character design from the games, and it's really cool to see that translated over to the show. I think this episode once again proved why practical sets, practical costuming is so good, because everything looked great. But we get the backstory of what is it called? Shady Sands, I believe, is the city. And we see Max as a kid. We see his mom and dad. We see kind of what the civilization was like. So we have a full blown city operating on the surface post nuke, and it's crazy to see that they've kind of rebuilt, have this nice little town going on. And then we get our scene of the the Wanderer patrolling the wasteland and everything. Keeps repeating that iconic line. Gets into town, and Max's dad is like, "Hey, what's going on here?" We notice that he's being mind controlled by one of Mr. House's chips,
Yeah.
and the nuke's there, and that's where we, kind of kick things off. One of multiple Indiana Jones references where his dad throws him in the refrigerator and is like, "You'll be safe here. Don't come out until somebody comes and gets you." But that was such a gut wrenching, such a very emotional scene to kick things off on, and I think that this goes again a long way to making Max a much more relatable character. I think making him a much more likable character. I think in a lot of ways he was somewhat unlikable in the first season just because he did a lot of things that were like kind of like I'm not really sure about this. Yeah. But you can see he had a good upbringing as far as like a loving family and that sort of thing, and it was this big tragedy that sent him down the path that he's on now, where the Brotherhood of Steel is his family, and he is saw, if we splice this with what happened, what we saw last season is the Brotherhood of Steel coming in, saving him, that sort of thing. He looks up to them, he wants to be a knight, and that is what we get to see, and we get to see him actually fulfilling that, living that out. They're on kind of like a recovery mission to get this a MacGuffin, for lack of a better term. And what does this MacGuffin do? It opens up, or I guess not opens up, but uncovers Area 51, which is great. I love that. Area 51 is, buried under the desert. We get to see everybody go in there, and again, more Indiana Jones references. We see, the alien in the fridge, or in the icebox, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, a working fridge, a working freezer, a working icebox." Because if you're unfamiliar with the lore, aliens are a thing in Fallout. Like they exist. Like it's not, not crazy news, which is why nobody really reacted to it. If you look closely in the background of that scene, there are some very cool artifacts. You can see the Ark of the Covenant. I believe the Declaration of Independence is in there. You get to see the Fallout universe's version of the American flag. So a bunch of really cool, fun stuff in there. It definitely made me wince a little bit when they blew up that classic car. It just proved that the Brotherhood is basically just like, what if frat bros got mech armor? So that's pretty funny. But yeah, so
just
go ahead.
To like the opening of it all, I kind of wanted to talk about just for a second. It really reminded me of the opening to season 1 when the ghoul, like we get to see a bit of his origin with his daughter and the moment, and it felt like a very similar moment of that tragedy, and how it also parallels to, what's her name, Ellie? Is that her name? What's her name?
I think.
No, that's the actress's name.
No,
Lucy.
Oh, you're talking about Lucy. Yeah.
And how it parallels to them. That's, correct me if I'm wrong, that's where she lost her mother too, right? That was the explosion.
Yes, and then and I'm glad that you brought that back. Yeah, I completely skipped over the biggest part of that whole thing, which is the fact that, of course, we knew that he had something to do with it, but her father, Hank, he's not been a good guy forever. He is the one that so that's my big question, right? So he already had access to the mind control tech from Mr. House, I'm guessing, because he used it on the unsuspecting wanderer, which I'm guessing maybe he was just a resident of the vault, that he just was like, okay, you're going to be a sacrifice, we're going to throw the chip in your neck and that sort of thing. And he's got his whole side story this week of just doing experiments and stuff like that. I really did like his story a lot too. Also, I don't know why I didn't mention it last week, but he's got the golden Pip-Boy. So he's got the in Fallout New Vegas, you can get a gold and diamond Pip-Boy called the Pimp Boy. Very funny, very cool reference. So that is, that's that as well. But go ahead, Darren. Go back to what you were saying. Yeah.
Oh no, like that was basically it. But just like, I think it's interesting that both of them lose their parents, kind of at the same time. Like both of their futures are kind of sealed at the same time, which is
due to the same event at the hands of the same person.
Yes, that's going to be interesting, and it feels like, I guess she knows that, but she doesn't know that she also killed his mother. And so I'm wondering if that's going to be a conversation. Like, is it going to be, oh, my dad also killed your parents. So now
Mhm.
I assume we're building to all three of our main protagonists having a vendetta
I
against
would
each
assume.
Against
Yeah.
Hank, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
which
And
is
it
going
seems
to
like
yeah.
ultimately his plan though is to get this mind control tech working to the point where it's obviously not going to kill the host. And he probably has some sort of twisted idea of, oh, if
Sure.
I can only implant my children with these chips, then we can live happily ever after. I think
Yeah.
that's his plan. That's what
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
seems like, at least.
I was
However, I think it's going to backfire, and Mr. House is then going to chip Hank himself, and then he's going to be, House's puppet.
Speaking of which,
could be a
on a
cliffhanger.
side tangent, did you see one of those comments that were made about Lucy this week, Taz?
No.
When they were like, Lucy has at least one more season in Fallout. I was like, what do you mean?
What?
Is this
I think
in,
that was
like,
I think that was a joke.
Was it? Was it?
I think that was just like a satirical post. It was like
That's
kind
a
of like
crazy
a.
comment.
Was it?
I think it was like a oh, Superman will most likely appear in
Okay.
Man of Tomorrow. Like I think it's one of those kinds of
I
things.
feel, but like also like I don't think it's out of the possibility
Well,
either for that. Like it's a show where you could switch
no.
protagonists. Like you could
It
just
is. It is, but like I feel like she's well. Okay, well no, I would have said in the first season she's the face of the show, but this season it's certainly the Ghoul.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Like it's certainly Walton Goggins as the Ghoul is the face of the show.
Agreed.
But I couldn't see this show really without Lucy either. Like
I can see a soft reboot where like every couple of seasons you just follow a new set of characters in a different time or something, or I don't know. I'm not saying you should do that because I like Lucy so much.
Well,
but
I would
like,
say spin-off shows for sure. Like
Yeah.
you want to give
Yeah,
us a show
sure.
centered completely on the Brotherhood. Cool. You want to give us a show dedicated solely to the Ghoul. Great. Or you want to give us a show dedicated specifically to another facet of the show. Great. But yeah, I think the way that this show is planned and laid out, it is Lucy's journey into the wasteland. It's her finding out about the
This
world that
specific
she's
show, yeah.
been sheltered from for her entire life and learning, who she can and can't trust, what rules that she was taught can and cannot be applied. This episode was a lot about that golden rule that she spoke about in the first season, and you had Walton Goggins kind of throwing that back in her face the whole time. I really did like their little side plot. They didn't have as much to do this week as the previous week, and I think that goes also a long way to. I've seen a big critique this season that it's been a lot slower, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been bad by any means, but it's certainly been a little bit slower to the jump. I think episode 1 was probably better than episode 2, but episode 2 gives us a lot of very interesting directions that the show can take. Like I said, like what's going on with Hank. Also, Lucy meets a whole other faction. This is the Roman faction, right? Is like they model themselves after like Roman soldiers. This is the one that's going to be led by Macaulay Culkin's character. You have this whole civil war brewing with the Brotherhood, and Maximus kind of slowly going further and further towards the dark side, where his friend is seeing that as well. And then you've got Kamal Nanjiani's character, which I love the guy, but he plays the same character in everything. I think he's one of those actors where no matter what, he's just like kind of the like over the top goofy funny guy. Like again, nothing against him, but I think that he's very much so become kind of like The Rock, where he's the same character in everything, or Ryan Reynolds is the same character in everything. Like it's tough to differentiate his characters now.
But let's play in that a little bit. Like this might be his chance to play out of that.
Yes.
Like I think that's the vibe of this show incredibly well. Is this world feels fun and light and silly and a little goofy until that person is stabbing you in the neck and harvesting your organs. So like maybe this is his time to play off of that. Be like, oh,
that's true.
Like we cast him because he seems like a silly little goose, but then he's ultimately like the big bad of the season. Like, he's like the
and I like that as well, is because they wanted to keep the Commonwealth out of the talks, right? So I think you're right. I think in a way is they will definitely Kumail Nanjiani's character and the Commonwealth will be the villains for the Brotherhood, for sure. It's going to be all the other factions versus them. However, I think it's going to give Maximus an interesting position to be in, because you kind of saw that little look that he gave him when he came in there, and he was like, oh, like, okay, this guy means business. He just defeated, this other... He just killed this guy. He's like, I kind of respect that. So I think that there's definitely going to be a bit of a struggle as far as what side does Maximus end the season on, whether that be with the Commonwealth Brotherhood or with the main Brotherhood of Steel that he's been with the entire time. I think that is an interesting story. I think their story is a lot more interesting this season than it was last season.
Oh yeah.
And maybe that's just because it's had more time to develop.
Ben,
but
I want to give you the floor
it.
just really quickly, because I feel like we've been hogging the combo here. How are you feeling about this season? Were you able to kind of hop back into it like nothing happened, or are you following along pretty well? What's your kind of vibe with it?
It took me like till the end of the first episode to really get back into it, but by the second episode, I was really into it. I had forgotten a lot of what happened. So, as I said, even though I had the recap, it still took me a minute to really get into that show. And I've never played the games, as I said, so I'm very new to the world of Fallout. Very new to. I knew what the games were about, and I've been meaning to play Fallout Las Vegas specifically for years now, or like I don't know how long that game's been out, but since when it came out, I was really excited for it. And I've been looking forward to playing that. And I even have it. I even bought it, and I never played it. So I really want to get more into Fallout, and this show is really getting me into that world. So I am really enjoying the season so far. I think I enjoyed season 1 a little more for the first 2 episodes of that one than I am for this one.
I would agree. Yeah.
For the simple reason that I do agree it's going a bit slower this season, which isn't a bad thing, but I will always prefer a faster pace on a personal level.
Yes, I think that's an area of let's watch and see, because right now it's not an issue for me. I think a slow burn can be very helpful. It seems like these first 2 episodes are just kind of being like, okay, this is where everyone at. This is where we're going. This is what we're building to. Now, by episode 4, if we're still going at this pace, I might be like, hey, guys, this is an issue. We only have an 8-episode season.
Exactly.
You can't do something like a CW show would do and build up for, 8 episodes and then go, you have 20 more. But again, I'm not angry at it now, but I can definitely get that criticism. I can understand feeling like it's a bit slow. I even heard some people call this like a filler episode, and I was like, I don't agree with that.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't agree with that.
There's so much, yeah.
It's a slow episode, but it's also a very needed episode because it adds a lot of what this season's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the calm before the storm.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a very needed episode. Like if it wasn't there, then it's very needed.
Here's what I will say, though, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm usually on the other tank. I could have seen them being like, hey, we're going to put 2 episodes out and then do the rest of the season. Again, I'm typically not that guy, but I was like, they could have worked. I feel like these 2 could have worked as like an A,
yes,
B punch,
they could have.
Especially with Maximus not being in the first episode. They could have been okay, these 2 together just to get you refreshed. And then we're coming weekly going through episode 3 through episode, which is still a 7-week run. That's still a fantastic weekly run time. Mm-hmm. I think these kind of things just need to be played by ear. Like, I don't think it's always like it has to be 8 weeks straight or it has to be binge. I think it's like, play with your strengths a little bit, see where you fit. And I feel like these 2 could have been done together. You could have even done this like Christmas 2-episode event or something like that, or like Christmas Eve 2-episode drop or whatever. Although they're probably trying to avoid Stranger Things with that one, but still.
I do think that dropping 2 episodes at once or dropping 3 episodes at once or whatever really works if one of those episodes is slower. Because then you're getting multiple. Like for the Daredevil did that with the Bank Heist episode and whatever episode came out after that. Because the Bank Heist episode was very slow. I personally enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't. And I think that's another similar problem. I think Fallout would have also benefited from a similar thing where people would have loved the first episode, not the second, but at the same time, you had the first one and the second back to back. So you're fine.
Yeah, for sure. Like I feel like they could have felt like one long episode as well. Like I feel like it like they go together very well for it's like, okay, yes, this is the complete package.
Yeah, I'm much more against dropping 3 episodes at once than I am for 2 episodes at once.
Same. Which The Boys just recently dropped that template. They are now doing the 8-episode like one a week for the whole season, for the final season. I'm like, finally,
that's so great.
7 seasons of this universe for you to finally do this.
When Gen V dropped all 3 at once, I was like, so we're gonna be done in a month? Like,
it's
seriously?
so stupid. It's so
stupid.
yeah.
Like,
yeah. All right, Taz, where were we on your?
Oh boy. I think it's time to talk, like I said, about Lucy and the Ghoul. Their kind of story this episode. So they got the classic side quest story. They were plot B of this episode, and it literally was. It felt like a video game, and that is one of the elements that I do really love about the show. Is they're just walking along on their way to New Vegas, and what happens? Lucy starts hearing some screaming in a building, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, side quest! Let's go do the side quest." And the Ghoul's like, don't get distracted. Like, main quest is that way. She's like, no, side quest. And then then they get a nice little encounter with some giant desert dwelling scorpions. I thought it was going to be the Death Claws. Those are coming a little bit later in the season. If you've played New Vegas or you've seen gameplay from it, then you know how much of a hassle those Death Claws can be. But yeah, this was great. I think this show does creatures very well. Once again, I think the effects looked great.
Good. Yeah.
It was a great fight scene. I think, again, it goes a long way of showing where Lucy and the Ghoul currently stand. Is this answered, Darren, our question from last week? Is like, okay, is Lucy going down the bright path? Is she going down the dark path right now? Right now, she seems like, okay, yeah, I'm going to still be light side. While Ghoul is still all in on the dark side Kool-Aid there. But what this is going to show us, though, is that Lucy can't always help everybody. This is going to come back to bite her immensely, in the fact that she's now going to get wrapped up in a whole other faction, which again is an element of the game, right? Is you literally will go on a quest for one faction to eliminate another faction. Then you get this other faction's side of things, and then now it's up to you. Okay, do I accomplish my original mission, which was eliminate this faction? Or now that I've learned about this faction, do I side with them against the other faction? Or do I try to do something in the middle where both factions kind of get what they want, and then I get out of there? And I think that's the option that Lucy is going to try to take here.
That's interesting.
I think...
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, like, I was just going to say, like, yeah, I think you're right about the whole video game side of it. Like, there are... I just got done playing, like, Life is Strange, and it feels very Life is Strange, where it's like so many times options are placed in front of characters, and it does feel like press A for this direction, press B for this direction. Like,
well, we literally got that this week.
When she had the, like, med pack thing, and she has to choose between the ghoul or the girl, I felt like it was asking me, like, it's like,
okay, press A to help the ghoul, press B to help the survivor.
It feels like this show does actively feel like a video game. Like, it does feel like that in template itself. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like, there's elements of, like, Last of Us that kind of did that, where it's like, oh, I'm feeling like I'm playing the game, but that's just because I remembered where I was.
This exact scene,
It's like,
and it's like for a brief moment too.
Yeah,
no, it was great. It was great. I loved it.
But Fallout feeling a video game isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, I think it's one of actually the better video game adaptations because of the approach it took.
100%. 100%.
No, and I like that, like, we can both get this enjoyment out of the show. Like, Taz, you're getting the, like, oh, they're reference to this thing and this thing and this thing, but me and Ben are having the, like, hey, that's a cool monster we just saw. We can have a conversation about the show itself, and we can both kind of have this conversation. Where, like, Last of Us, it was like, oh, well, we can't say this thing because it might spoil the people who do know, which isn't a bad thing. I think adaptations are great, but it's a very tricky slope when it comes to, like, discussing the show and the water cooler talk of, like, spoilers for this thing. And then, Taz, you, like, really, you don't know what's going to happen, Taz. Like, you have theories of what could happen, but, like, you have no idea.
Well, nobody knows what's going to happen because, again, this is the furthest point in the timeline. So that's the beauty of the show. Nobody knows what's going to happen. You don't even know at this point what ending of New Vegas is canon to the show, right?
Exactly.
Like, Robert House could be alive. He could be dead. He could have, he could just be this consciousness. that is uploaded to a computer. You don't know what's going on here.
I still don't fully know who he is.
We haven't even gotten to the Vegas Strip yet. You'll find out who he is. I'm not going to say too much on his background and his lore because I don't want to spoil it for you. Yeah. I don't even know a ton about him really. Like, he's kind of a mysterious guy. We're not really meant to know a ton about him. But let's transition to my big theory. For that came about from this episode that ties into the Ghoul a little bit, that ties into Hank and his side story. So what is one of the things that Hank does at the end of this episode, right? Is he goes to grab, instead of the rats, all of his experiments with the rats fail. He goes to grab a human test subject from the, Platinum Elite Plus section. Yeah. So these are the people who paid Vault Tech enough money to skip ads while they were in cryotherapy or in cryosleep. Sorry.
What a concept.
This guy was not a good guy at all. So then that kind of, in a little bit of a way, is like, okay, well, he's picking a guy that definitely deserves to get killed.
For sure.
For science.
With, like, he's talking about his children being like, well, there's only so much money in the world. It's like
you can't put a price on family. You can't put a price on family. And he's right about that in the most evil way possible. He's right about that. Yeah. However, there are a lot of tanks in there. And what is the objective? What is Ghoul's objective? What is Walton Goggins' objective? Is to find his family. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. His wife, very high up in the chain of command in Vault Tech.
Yeah.
Wouldn't she be priority for this Platinum Elite Plus program? Wouldn't she have wanted to keep her family together and gotten her daughter into this Platinum Elite Plus program?
Sure. For sure.
But excluded Walton Goggins' character because I'm sure she knew some stuff that was going on. We're going to get some more backstory. Yeah. It looks like from the trailer next week, we're going to get a lot of Cooper Howard. In the past. Next week, he's going to meet Robert House. He's going to be spying on his wife. There's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Wow.
But what if we get to Vegas, we get to this Vault Tech facility, Lucy finds her father. They find this, this Platinum Elite Plus area, and the Ghoul, Walton Goggins, Cooper Howard, finds his family in there. So his family is exactly as he remembers them. However, obviously, he is nothing like they remembered, they remember him. And that brings us back to the question that Lucy asked, I believe it was in this week's episode, right? Is you've become this, rough and gruff, take no crap from anybody guy. How is your family going to react? Like, you want to find your family. Are they going to like the person that finds them?
And does he even
that's
wife? Like I'm really curious what their dynamic is after,
is maybe he's turned into a person. Yes. Okay. Yeah, maybe he's turned into a person that they don't necessarily like. But this whole thing started because his wife is not who he thought she was. That's such an interesting
I can already see that, yeah.
I can already see there being this commentary of, she's going to be you're a monster. You're not the person I married. It's like, I'm the monster. You're the one that destroyed the world. I
might look like a monster, but at least I didn't drop a billion nukes on the world.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
But then it's going to be on the daughter of
right. How does she react? Because she's still a kid.
Yeah.
Right. I always thought originally back in season 1, I was like, oh, well, they've, found a way to survive. They're probably aged up a little bit, that sort of thing. Like, what's her name? Moldaver from last season.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think this is a much more interesting perspective now that we've seen that the proof of concept, obviously, and we saw I didn't even get to all of Bud's buds. But if that is, that preservation is an idea, is a concept, it would be such an interesting and very deep introspective reunion if, again, his family is exactly as he remembers them and Cooper is nothing like they remember him.
Well, there's that, and there's also the element of like, where would they be then? Be with Hank. Hank has access to his family.
Yes.
Are we doing a blackmail thing? Or like,
Exactly.
are we doing? I was like, okay, if you want your family, bring me my daughter. And now he has to go hunt Lucy again, and that's where we
because Hank knows them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
yeah.
So I think everything is going to converge eventually. The only thing that seems separate right now, obviously, is Maximus's storyline. But I'm sure that war is gonna cross over.
They'll find a way to merge the two.
They're gonna all roads lead to New Vegas. I think ultimately at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's like I think that's the element I would still say is my least favorite element so far is the Maximus stuff.
It's the part I'm enjoying the least. I think
it's interesting though because I think I liked Maximus the most last season when he was with Lucy. Like I liked Maximus's and Lucy's dynamic so much.
It was great.
And so to separate them, I understand why they separated them. But I'm like, okay, I can take and leave this entire plot line right now. But again, I need to see where it goes. I think it could turn into one of the cooler plot lines.
It could definitely, but it's in the early stages right now.
Yeah, I need to see where it's formed. I need to see. I don't know. There's so many elements I'm just waiting to see. I'm waiting for Macaulay Culkin's character to show up. I was hoping...
Which will be next week. Or I guess this week, technically.
In 2 days?
See, okay.
Yeah.
This goes into my bit then. So they should have had the first two come out that first week, and then the Christmas Eve episode.
That's a good point.
The Macaulay Culkin episode. I was really hoping that they would have got him in there.
That's a good point.
Eve.
Home Alone 4, Lost in New Vegas.
I think we were talking about this on Council of Creators this week, but I said, like, I wonder if that's the reason they literally put this out in December, for the press junket with Macaulay Culkin could be coming out through December, and they could have Christmas questions.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that just makes sense to me.
It does.
But I'm excited to see him. I feel like I haven't seen him in anything.
No,
in a long time. I don't remember the first. I mean, Zootopia 2 just came out. He was in that for like a second, but like.
Who did he voice in Zootopia 2?
They were like some of the villains. They were like two of the like siblings, the like main villain siblings, I think.
Oh yeah.
Or like, what were they? Zebra or not zebras?
The cats, right?
Yeah, the like were they jaguars or something? Yeah, they had. Him and his wife had small roles in it. It wasn't like a big performance or anything. But
yeah. You don't see him in much, especially older Macaulay Culkin. You really don't see him in much.
He had a couple years there where he was having it rough after everything, but he's making his comeback, and I love to see that he's committing back into acting, and I hope this is his first big break after coming back, and I hope he's getting more roles and more stuff.
His brother's been able to do that. Let's see if he can do that.
Yeah, he just won an Oscar. So yeah. Taz, you have any other notes there that you want to bring up? I feel like again it was a pretty straightforward episode again.
Yeah.
This week, I feel like.
No, I mean I think the only other big thing is obviously the story with Lucy's brother and all of Bud's buds and everything. So basically he is using the Vault Tech lingo against them. Gets them to actually, he thaws everybody out, gets everybody to work together to find a way out of the vault, and now they're out. And he is seeing the world for the first time.
Yes.
All of these people that have been, on cryo sleep for the last 200 years are seeing the world as it is for the first time in a while. Yeah. And they're mourning the loss of the shopping mall. But I think that is also an interesting aspect too. I don't necessarily know where that is going this season, right? I think that this storyline actually has a lot more meaning than it seems like it does. Right? Because right now it seems like, okay, it's just kind of like the C or D plot of the episode. Like, importance-wise, everything else seems to take priority over this. But I think the fact that he's almost kind of creating a little bit of a revolution here, they're going to side with him over Hank. Sure. I think that is the big thing there. Or at least most of them will. Darren, you're muted again.
You're muted, bro.
Sorry. I think he's my favorite character.
Really?
I really I don't know
Norm?
if it's just because maybe it's because I'm a Disney kid and I grew up
Yeah.
with him on Disney Channel.
I was gonna say
Okay,
it's
fair.
still weird. It's still weird.
Yeah, no, but maybe it's just like my culture coming back to me. But no, I think that's so fascinating. Like I like how he's struggling and he like you see the moments in his eyes. He's like, okay, deep breath, turn it on, let's do this
Mhm.
thing. He's such a and by the way, he's underfed. He probably hasn't slept right in days because of the giant
Oh,
robot
yeah.
in his ear. Like he's not
He
doing
ate everybody's
well.
emergency crackers.
No, he's doing so bad. Right now.
Yeah. So I think
Everyone.
it's so I love the scene when they like make their way up to the top and he's climbing up everybody to make his way to the top. It's like
It's a great
such a-
scene.
it's a really good scene and
Yeah.
I'm so fascinated to see like like you said, where is it going? Why are we doing this? I think it's so interesting to follow these characters, these like
Yes.
rich top of the line people that are going to have to like thrown into this world of just like they're probably not used to this world. They probably have had a very pampered lifestyle, very similar to Lucy, but probably even worse than Lucy. Of just like, oh, where's our malls and where's our spas, and like we get to relax for the rest of our lives because we did the work in the chambers. It's like, well, I think they're gonna have a very rough wake up.
Very rough awakening.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it for the episode. I could definitely ramble on about theories and stuff a little bit more, but I think I got the big theory out of the way.
Mhm.
It was a fairly simple episode in terms of
Yeah.
like,
It was, but it makes me excited for what is going to be coming in the future. I think there's a ton of different directions that we can go.
so many.
Again, a little bit of a slower start, but I think you guys are right, is the fact that maybe these episodes, episode 1 and 2, should have been dropped together.
Yeah.
And then it seems like 3 onwards will be a lot more, lot more in line with what the pace and the tone of the rest of the season is going to be.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you guys saw, but there was like about the new Fallout game about how this show can impact that game,
Yes.
which that'll be interesting.
Yeah, the new Fallout game that'll probably be out
Eventually.
2030 maybe.
Yeah, eventually.
whenever they get bored of updating Fallout 76 or breaking Fallout 4. So,
Yeah.
let me go through these two.
where's my New Vegas remastered, Todd?
Omega is in chat. Omega, shout out to Omega. I work with them on sometimes Council, but more so Party Nation and Nerdcast. I figured that they've seen so many mutants that an alien is like, oh well, another mutant.
Yeah, and the fact that aliens are just kind of commonplace in that world.
Well, like once you break it down, like we've talked about this with a couple shows, I feel like Chaz, but like once you break down what an alien is, it's just like, oh, a thing from another place that's not your current place. Like an alien is not like
just life from another planet. Oh well, cool.
Sure, like I don't know. There's an argument to be had that an octopus is an alien because it's a creature from another place that we do not live from. Like I'd argue that like octopuses and starfishes and sharks are a type of alien in the way that they're typically used. Yeah. And super relevant to the Fallout discussion. The Malcolm in the Middle sequel series dropped their official trailer this morning, starting airing April 10th. Are we excited for Malcolm in the Middle? Do we have any Malcolm in the Middle heads here?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
It's a great show, great sitcom.
I've seen some of it. I need to get caught up. I need to. I'm a little sad it's not like a more regular. Like it seems like it's a one and done, like 3-episode event kind of a thing.
It's going to be a 4-episode miniseries.
Is it 4?
Like, yeah. Which.
But then my pitch is like, why not a movie?
If they're gonna do anything less than like 8, I would say movie.
Yeah, like what? Each episode's probably gonna be 30 minutes long, I would imagine. So that's 2 hours. Make a Malcolm in the Middle movie. I don't.
It's like you could have done a real good movie.
Yeah, and like if you've seen the trailer, like the template just kind of seems like a movie plot. Like it seems
it's because it's from my knowledge, the show's gonna have like one storyline for this season, mini series, in which is just gonna
each
be
episode. Oh.
Yeah, so it's like that could have just worked as a movie. Because if they're just gonna have one storyline going throughout the season, like that works as a movie.
Yeah, it seems like I don't know, whatever. I'll put that on the list next week of like most anticipated shows of next year. I'll throw that on the list.
I might throw around and do a rewatch before that because I haven't
need
seen
to
it.
get to it. I'm so excited for the return of Malcolm in the Middle. Hell yeah! It makes total sense that Malcolm would actively be hiding from his parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen like some of season 1, but I never got past it. But I've seen.
Good. I grew up watching it with my dad, and it's such a good show.
Hell yeah! I'll need to get that. Comes out here soon. So does the what's the medical show that's about to come back? Scrubs is about to come back for its new series as well.
Yeah, I need to watch Scrubs. I've been meaning to watch that one for a minute.
Shout out to Tom Cavanaugh, who did that before The Flash. Alrighty, let's move on. Oh, sorry. What's up? Okay. Let's move on to our next show. Taz is so excited to talk about this show.
Oh yeah, right.
Pluribus. It's been a minute. We took a couple weeks off. I just published season. I fell behind. And like we said, Ben, it was kind of like each episode was kind of like it was hard to talk about it the way they were doing episodes.
I think I talked about Pluribus with you twice, possibly 3 times. I think it was 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. And I remember by the last time we did it, which was I think it was like episode 99. I think it was right before your 100th.
Yes, it was. I think it was episode number. I think was 6 was the last one I did. Because I think episode 6 was the last one, and then they 7, 8, 9. Because I binged the 3 today. I was like, I sat down. I was like, okay, I need to finish this. I need to put this on my end of the year list.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think when we discussed in the last time, it was just so hard to talk about it. I think we only were able to talk about it for like 30 minutes because it was a hard show to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, because I feel like we had talked about all of our big theories kind of early on.
And most of them were wrong.
True. And this is a show that's kind of just like some of these episodes are just Carol just kind of doing stuff. And that's not a negative thing. But like one of these episodes is literally like Carol hanging out with her new girlfriend and just kind of like just like trying things and getting information, which is good. I think it's really good stuff. And especially once we get to the end of the season and you see what they're doing, it's like, oh, okay, I understand now. But in isolation, it is like, in terms of just talking about it, it's like, so they played mini golf and
okay. I mean, speaking of stuff, like people think Fallout is slow. Man, if Pluribus is slow. But also, if people have watched Vince Gilligan's other things, he's a slow writer.
Sure.
He's a slow burn.
Breaking Bad season 1 is kind of a slow burn. I think that's a show where you don't like it until you like it. Like I think
exactly.
You're like, oh, it's the best thing that's ever been made. But if you only watch the first 2 episodes, you're like, that's kind of slow. I'm leaving. And
Better Call Saul is even slower.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, the first 2 seasons are like slow as hell.
I'm just going to throw this out there for Taz's sake. Taz has not seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul.
So. No, I have not.
I'm going to put a bubble of spoilers around those 2 shows just in case it happens to come up. But
there's nothing that you can't spoil a 10-year-old show for me.
I'm going to get you to someday. We are going to put that on the docket. We are going to review the episodes of Breaking Bad at some point and just going to
okay.
Okay.
It's too good to throw a spoiler out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I know some stuff. I know some things that I probably shouldn't know. But
this is a joke what I'm about to say. But we need a new COVID for there's new shows coming out where we can just get you caught up on all the things we've missed. All the shows we've missed over the years, we can throw it on the docket and talk about those.
Dude, imagine we were streaming during COVID.
I think about that all the time. I wish I was doing this.
When did you start streaming?
Late 2022. I started Pipeline late. It was like November of 2022, and then this was like late 2023 for this one.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting. So then I might have started doing my streams before you did.
Probably.
Because the first stream that I did was with my brother.
Mm-hmm. I think you were doing it.
Let's see when it was. Oh my gosh, this was. Does it tell me? Where's the date? It just says 5 years ago. Oh, yeah, August 2020 was the first stream that I did.
Apparently Pluribus was too slow for John Campia. So he supposedly tapped out, though he bitched about. I mean, listen, I get it.
Not for everyone, but
This might be a good binge show. Like, I do like the weekly combos of a lot of the things, but I do think this might be a show you might enjoy if you have all 9 episodes in front of you, and you can watch it in like an
that's fair.
afternoon.
That's fair. I'm checking Serialized right now because I think, I have it in my 6th favorite show of the year. Like, I love Pluribus.
Ooh, I think mine's also number 6.
Oh, really?
Holy shit! I think mine's also number 6. Yeah, because I do think it's that like, it is that middle of the season that does kind of like tap dance around the plot a little bit. And again, there's a reason they're doing that. I think narratively there is a reason, but like those first like 3 or 4 are like really strong, very head forward, and then they kind of like salsa around. They're like, hey, let's just kind of do some stuff.
It had like
trips.
3 or 4 episodes in a row that were rated on IMDb like 7.8, 7.9, which, in compared to Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which both have every episode above an 8.
Yeah. I think now that it's all here, it is probably technically my least favorite, like, Vince Gilligan season. But again, this is when, like, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are at, like, the top of the TV I've ever seen.
I think I take it over, like, 1 or 2 seasons of Better Call Saul personally, and probably over I think I take it over Breaking Bad season 1 for me. Because I just like the premise more than I like Breaking Bad's premise. So, like, Breaking Bad turned into a great premise, but if you tell me both premises from the get-go, Pluribus sounds more interesting to me.
I agree. Where do we want to dive in here, though? Because I'm like, I binged 3 today, so I'm kind of just trying to process.
I mean, you're a lot more fresh on this than me. Like, I've pretty much watched it weekly, so you're a lot more fresh on this.
I guess just to kind of dive into it, I do think this turned into a story of like Stockholm syndrome, which I think was my biggest surprise of the season. Like, there's points in the show, like it's so interesting to kind of watch the evolution of Carol being like, fuck you and fuck this and this is horrible and this is terrible, to like the slow, oh, I do need something, so okay, I'm gonna pick up the phone every now and again. And then the slow, I think in those final 3 episodes, this arc of like when she finally goes out and said, please come back. It was such a like,
that's a good moment.
Oh, she is so lonely. It's that isolation that will kill a person. It is that isolation from human connection and human touch, I guess, that will make you go mad. And from that point onward, watching her slowly fall in love with this thing that she was so against is so interesting. And was she really in love, or was it
literally?
Was it like, I don't know, just the lack of connection that made her go there?
Because her turnaround in the final episode from not wanting to kill them to the first episode, or like the second episode, whenever she made those videos to, I think I found a way. Here's how we're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. She had such a turnaround this season, which I think I did enjoy. I think, speaking of stuff, Reese Seaborn, is that her name? The actress who plays Carol?
Yes, something like that, yes.
She has had to carry the show on her back the entire season, and she has been so good. Because there are some episodes where she is the only actress in the episode.
No, she is. I mean, and I think we talked about this. Like, this would have made such a perfect COVID filming show, because like there's so much like isolation.
Agreed. There are, I think, 2 episodes in a row where she is literally the only actress in the episode.
Yeah. Which oh god, sorry.
I was gonna say, and it just worked. Which, if you tell me like that they're only gonna have 1 actor for 1 episode, for any other show, I would be very skeptical. But for this show, it really worked.
It doesn't work if you don't have as good of a performer. Like, I think there's a reason he picked her out of everybody.
Exactly.
Like, it's a damn shame, out of 6 seasons Better Call Saul, she never got her Emmy. She never got her time to shine. She
better get an Emmy for this show. This show, how long it lasts, she better get her Emmy.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, like, do this show as long as she can get her flowers for her performance, because she was incredible in Better Call Saul, and yeah, I'd say she is probably better in this one, just because, yes.
She has more to do. Like, Better Call Saul, she's there, but she isn't the main character. She's just always there for the main character.
Yes.
And which I was little random tangent. I kind of find it funny that Vince Gilligan keeps making a spin-off with an actor from the show he worked on previously, because this is the second time he's done that. So I find that really funny.
That's how the industry works, man. Like, I don't know, not to get on a side tangent, but like everyone was so pissed at James Gunn for casting his friends. It's like, I don't think you understand. Most directors and filmmakers and showrunners do that. That's what they do. Like, that's
if you're in a power to do it, why not?
I mean, look at Tarantino movies, right? He keeps casting the same people in his movies. You see a lot of Samuel L. Jackson, DiCaprio, what's his face, Brad Pitt. Like a lot of the Uma Thurman, a lot of the same actors and actresses in a lot of those projects. But when a director or a writer or a producer has a good relationship with with an actor, with an actress, with a cast member, why not? Right? That just makes the project better.
Because the actor and director know each other. They know how they're going to work.
Exactly. That's why you get excited to work with your friends at work, right? Is like you guys vibe, you have a good, rapport, a good relationship, so you're going to produce a good product versus, back when you were in school and the teacher put you with a bunch of people you didn't know. It was like, okay, it's kind of tough to do something, to create something. But when you actually, have that foundation with the people you're working with,
it's great.
It's just a recipe to print money.
But like people are memeing like James Gunn for putting his brother and everything, but he knows his brother.
Yeah.
And he also wants to work with his brother. He's not making his brother the main character in any of this, but
newsflash, if I was a director, I would be putting my brother in everything because he's my brother and it'd just be for fun. And he would be like
free labor.
He would literally do anything from the most random side character to the most important main character just for kicks and giggles. Like it just because I can. I think that's
I mean, like that goes across all industries. Like, it's not just the film industry. You see that in business. You see that in so many job opportunities. It's like, wait, I know someone.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I saw an interview. Glenn Powell, right? Doesn't he have put his mom in everything? I think is what it is.
Oh, does he? That's so.
I think I saw that too. Yeah.
I think his mom has been in every single one of his movies. Yeah. I believe.
Exactly.
Now, there are bad versions of this, obviously. Sure. Like, you hear stories about, like, a direct... It's the like, live-action Avatar movie they did back in the day. They cast, like, one of the directors or something or not directors, but, like, one of the, like, producers or whatever put their son as Zuko, even though they look nothing like Zuko, and they had to cast the entire film around that actor not looking like any of the cast of the actual show. So situations like that, it's like... Okay, nepotism can be dangerous if it's in the wrong spot, but...
Yeah. Like, for instance, if James Gunn randomly wanted to cast Dave Bautista as Superman, you would have had a problem.
Sure, yeah. If, like, Sean Gunn was Batman, I'd be like, all right, James, we need to settle down.
Right.
But Maxwell Lord is such a random character that, like, anybody could genuinely play.
And he... he voices Weasel?
Weasel
and G
Calendar Man and Suicide Squad, and then G.I. Robot too.
Is he? He's G.I. Robot as well.
Which is fine. It's like he doesn't sound the same.
No, and he can play more characters. I don't care.
It's like
I think that's a fun running joke.
It's fun.
It's like if you know, you know. If you don't know, it's just like, okay, why does this guy just keep popping up randomly?
Yeah, just fun. Every director does it. James Gunn's a lot more vocal about it.
Yes. And it's a lot more apparent, too, because a lot of the times it's, like, bigger named actors or, like, more recognizable actors and actresses, I think.
For sure. Like, if he wants Chris Pratt to be in his DC universe, no matter what, fans are going to be like, okay, just casting your friends, but he might genuinely just want Chris Pratt to be a character.
Yeah.
He can play Booster Gold.
I was gonna say, let him be Booster Gold and just be done with it.
Yeah.
Well, I know I kind of hated on this a little while ago, but I kind of liked the fan casting of Kumail Nanjiani as Booster Gold.
He's got the personality for it.
I think that personality fits the character of Booster Gold very well.
Perfectly. Yeah, exactly. Like, and for Hollywood, which seem to really like race swapping famous characters right now, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I think Booster Gold is a character where, there have not really been many interpretations of him, so you can't really. The people that would normally
We
be
got
negative
Smallville.
about something like that. I was going to say, yeah.
Legends of
People that would
Tomorrow.
normally be negative about something like that can't really say anything
say
because this
something.
would be the first time that this character's on the big screen, not
Exactly.
not small screen, but so
Exactly. So
yeah.
So let the actor be. If Dave Bautista would be a great Hugo Strange. Let him do it.
Oh, I love that casting. I love
let
that
him do it.
casting.
Yeah, just let them do it.
I
Like
could
it's
even
not
see
a
him
problem.
as Ra's al Ghul.
He's got the mannerisms for it, I think, and I think that's
Mhm.
what he would be good at.
Yeah.
Anyway, tangent over.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sorry, I wanted to say
Shift
words.
back over. No, that's fine. That's totally
No,
fine.
you're good now.
I do want to ask you how you're feeling about and maybe I can throw you into this as well, Taz, if once we kind of explain the plot of the show a little bit. But Ben, now that we finished the season, are you 100% still against the virus, or is there a part of you that is kind of like? Is there a part of you that's kind of like, well, there are some valid points. There are some.
I am 98% against the virus.
Okay.
The 2% of me is realizing that I would have fun for a while.
And I think my. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think. Well, like I have a TV brain, I would literally just remake shows. I would have Season 7 of Legends of Tomorrow like this, but it would be just for me. And then at one point when I realize it, then I think I would hate it. When I realize it's just for me.
What I like so much about the show is the nuance of it, and let me explain it for Taz a little bit. So kind of like the main presence of the show is that pretty much everyone in the world is under one singular hive mind, except for about 12 to 14 people, give or take.
Yeah.
And the logic behind this is everyone under this hive mind is extremely happy. They're happy all the time. They are living their best life in their head, at least. And with this being done, there is no more hunger. There is no more starvation. There is no more murder. There is no more global warming. There is no more death of animals, and there's no more cruelty, and there's no more all of these terrible, like homelessness is over, and like all of these horrible world events are now, they just don't exist anymore because there's no more free will. On the flip side of that, though, there's no more free will. There's no more art. There's no movies. There's no expression. There's no real life interactions at all. It's all just everyone in their little heads and doing this to the only real interactions people are having is when they are talking to the people that are not converted yet.
Yeah, like in the final episode when the Paraguay guy, I forget his name off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But when he talked to Carol for the first time, you could tell he was just happy to talk to a real human being after not talking to anyone for months.
Yeah.
And like that must be such a surreal feeling.
Now, the scene that really hit me, I think, while I was watching that final, I think it was maybe it was the second, I think maybe it was the penultimate, but like they were so excited when they found out Carol was writing a new book, because they're like, oh my gosh, like you're writing again. It's like we like there's no new things to consume because we've read everything, because we know everything.
They would have read every single book. They would have watched every show ever existence. It wouldn't take long. With 8 billion people, that wouldn't take long. Or I guess 7 billion, because like a billion of them are dead. But
well, everyone, like they will have the entire world's knowledge, so they didn't have to read anything, because anyone who had wrote a book ever, they would have that knowledge in their head of all this stuff. Like the only thing they wouldn't know about the world's history is like things that weren't written down somewhere that were lost to history in some history book that no one read.
Something I've kind of had an idea of, like the entire Stephen Pluribus, there are probably some islands with people that we don't know exist. Are they converted? Like there've got to be some people around the world that we don't know where they are or who they are. There've got to be some guy who's been on an island stranded for years, something like that.
Sure. I definitely think we're gonna, at some point, we'll dive into like more people, because like we literally lost one of them in the final episode as they, for some reason, this girl decided that she was going to give into the hive mind.
She was a kid, wasn't she?
She was
Yeah, she decided, I'll just give it. Also, I'm curious, like, what does it feel to be in the hive mind? Are they still conscious? That's the real question.
Yeah, and that scene in that final episode when we see her like transform is such a eerie feeling as you start the episode and you see the old self slowly drain away
For sure.
as one comes up.
They've also kind of given Carol a bit of a timer. Now they can kind of turn her whenever, like whenever they finish that thing. So they've kind of given her a timer.
Yeah, that was such an unsettling feeling too, because she's lived these last 3 episodes under the assumption of, you know what? Fine, I will give up this crusade because I know I can live the rest of my life happy and full and content, and I don't have to worry. And the slow realization that they've been working behind her back, they technically haven't been lying to her, but they've been manipulating her into compliance.
Yeah.
And now I think the real story starts. I think, which is unfortunate because we probably have to wait 2 years for the new season.
Yeah, but I'm also curious. Like, what's their goal? Like, let's say Carol and the ref just decided to kill themselves. What's their goal?
What's
then
next?
What's next? Then they got nothing new. What's next?
Well, they teased maybe what they're aiming for, right? With maybe intelligent life on another planet, and it seems like their plan is to go find the next piece of intelligent life. And so that is like, oh, maybe the plan isn't just planet Earth. It is like any parasite. It is to consume
the multiverse.
It is to consume and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is so fascinating. Like, are we going to fully dive into like aliens and other that would be a kind of a crazy
just have an entire season take place on a different planet.
Low-key kind of be down. I would low-key kind of be into that. I think that.
I would want it to be kind of a later season. Like, I think it would be really cool for us even to end with Carol fully diverging into it, and then we cut to them on a different planet, and she's somehow still conscious or something like that.
I could see like a Civil War kind of like situation of like her being able to contact this planet and be like, this is what happens. And then this other planet kind of coming down and being like, well, we're going to fight the parasite for you. Like, we're immune to this for some reason. Yeah. And we're going to help and try to save your planet from this thing.
Like, how sci-fi is Vince Gilligan going to go? Because he has proven zero sci-fi in the last few shows. So
yeah, for sure.
Like, is he gonna go the full mile? Is he gonna keep it realism? Like, how science fiction is he gonna go? Because we haven't seen a single alien in the show yet. We haven't seen a single alien.
It's still relatively pretty grounded. Like, it's sci-fi, but probably one of the more relatively grounded sci-fi I've seen.
It's realistic-ish sci-fi. Like,
this feels like it could happen. This feels like a thing where like there's a world where this could be kind of true.
It's not like. I can't even think of an example. Like, if it's
not
like
Walking Dead, right? It's not like Walking Dead where it's like, oh, there's zombies and they're going around and we're shooting people with arrows and.
This feels like a show that could happen. Like, let's say COVID somehow turned into something bigger. It's that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Which I would not be shocked if this is if like COVID was the inspiration for a show like this.
Yeah, no, because I think he announced this show like shortly after Better Call Saul ended, so like probably 2022. Mm-hmm. And he would have had time to think about it because, Better Call Saul, their final season also got delayed because of COVID. So he would have had definitely time to think about what's next.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Now that I've kind of went over the plot, Taz, do you have any thoughts on this concept of like free will versus a perfect world?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, it's a very interesting concept, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but the people that are not part of this hive mind, right? Like they're seen as like higher beings, maybe like people they look up to them or something like that, or like they're like placed on this pedestal kind of.
They will do anything for them, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they can, like, all they have to do is ask, and they have to do what, like, they have to please people. They have to please them. They have to do whatever.
She can ask for an atom bomb. She can ask for a grenade. So, she can ask for anything, and they'll give it.
My question, though, at that point, then, is why would you then want to give that up to then become part of this hive mind? Like, what is their pitch to the
unlimited
normal people?
They're exact. Every time someone asks them, they just say, "Unlimited happiness. You'll be happy with us."
But that's what all hive mind culty weird thingies say. Like
it's very. But yeah, again, that's the thing is like you don't have the proof of concept. It's like
right. Do we
that. Like,
do we get some sort of like insight as far as like where does your consciousness go? Right? Like
nothing.
what is your brain doing while your body is part of this hive mind, right?
That's been the question the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, and here's a good transition point too, because the finale does this very weird thing with our new character. I don't have his name memorized yet. I'm sorry,
Is it
but
Eduardo or something? I feel like it's
Marg. It's another language, so I've had a hard time pronouncing it this season.
Yeah,
but,
he's Paraguayan.
Yes, his character this season. Well, like we end the season with like these two characters kind of colliding, and this character has been, just to fill Taz in just a little bit. This is a character that has been where Carol has kind of been giving in to some of the greeds of what they can offer them, like to bring them any food they want, take her anywhere she needs to go on vacations. It took her a while to get there, but she did finally give in. He has kind of been like, no, nothing. I will not get your health. I am walking all the way here. I'm not eating any other food. I'll eat dog food and starve myself and be dehydrated before I take anything.
Also, like, he also pays for stuff, like, even though he doesn't need to.
Yeah, there's like a bill of like, what is it, $80,000?
$80,000 for a medical bill, and he straight up just pays it, even though he doesn't need to. He requests them give me a bill, and then they just straight up pay for it. So like,
he's been.
Well, how is he making money then?
I don't.
We really don't know where yet. We don't know what his job is.
I guess he just has it. I was also kind of confused about that too.
For the entire season, Carol's pretty much the main character, and then the last 3 episodes, we finally meet him and get really into his character, and he becomes finally a different main character.
Yeah, and I thought that was very interesting. The like full circle moment to like Carol is now the other people Carol was fighting against in those first several episodes. And what is it? Marcos is now like the main character, unlike where Carol was in episode 1. And that was so fascinating to see. Again, that like Stockholm syndrome of it all.
Yeah.
Of just like, she just fell into that temptation, which would be so easy to do. I mean, let's be honest. I think we'd all kind of fall into that. I think if after how much she was trying, failing again and again and again, seeming like there was no one on her side to help her out with this, it would finally be like, you know what? Fuck it, yeah, I'll live the rest of my life as a king. I'll live the rest of my life eating at any restaurant I want, living in any house I want, with any car I want.
That one guy, I forget his name, but the guy who's living the rich-ass lifestyle.
Yes.
That guy, he learned immediately.
Oh.
And he was doing exactly what he wants to do.
What, like, he like took like the White House's plane, and he's like living at the like casino with 50 women. Like he instantly was like, oh yeah,
playing movie scenarios and like literally having them play movie scenarios with him, like
hanging out with John Cena, like
that.
He was
hanging out with John Cena.
Wait, John Cena's in this?
For a second, yeah.
For one second,
nice cameo. Which to like show you how like small this cast is, he is in the cast. He is 4th build in the cast.
Yeah, there are like I would consider 3 main characters, and one of them didn't even become main character until the last few episodes, and then the other one just left halfway through the series. So, really, Carol's like just the main character. She's the only one who's really become a main character.
There are like 2 real actual characters in the show, and everyone else is like the hive mind, where it's like, there's one head of the hive mind, but like Zosha. It's still the hive mind. Yeah. So
because Zosha, she's the other one I would consider a main character, like the actress, anyways. But even then, she left like in the middle, like 3 or 4 episodes because of what Carol did and all that. So,
no, she was such an interesting character. I loved her little freak out in. It was the final episode where like Carol has clearly drunken the Kool-Aid, and he's she's over his house now, and he's like, well, you guys are all my favorites. I like you all the same. It's like, what? No, we've spent months together now. We've kissed and we've done this stuff, and like she's clearly falling for her now, and they're in this sort of relationship, and still the hive mind's like, no, I like you all the same. Like you guys are all the things. Like you met him one time. How can you like him more than me?
Exactly. She got really jealous there. Yeah, when they like everyone the same, and then
no, it's
really.
God, sorry.
I was gonna say a really random thing, but the You remember when he was when he was calling the person to get Zosha over, and he was like, "Is this the same person that talked to Carol?"
Mm-hmm.
That person on the phone was Lalo from Better Call Saul.
Oh, was it? Oh, hell yeah.
So that was a fun cameo, which I thought was really fun.
Taz, you would know him as
from Hawkeye, right?
Daredevil and Hawkeye as
Yeah.
what's his name?
I forget his
Swords
name, but
Master.
he's in both.
Swordsmaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I do know who you're talking about.
Fantastic actor. He's great.
Yeah, peak character in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really fun little cameo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm curious to see where the season leads us. Or I guess the next season leads us. I should say it ends in a very open way. I don't know. It's such an open. Like, I do like the callback to the like atomic bomb, where it's like, oh, she's fully testing out the theory. If I ask for an atomic bomb, you will give it to me.
That is a badass way to end the season, by the way. Like, you're getting her atomic bomb. It's like, it's great.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
So it's tied to Fallout, is what you're telling me.
Oh yes, it's a prequel series to Fallout.
Yeah.
This is how the bombs go off. Yeah.
That's
okay. So it's all about Vault Tech.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I got sidetracked, but like one of Marcus's main, I'm gonna call Marcus, like one of Marcus's main things here is like he's trying to convert people back. And
he was very close. He seemed to be very close.
He's doing the frequency in their ears, and it's like, can you hear me? If you can hear me, come out, like come back. It's like, oh, is there? I mean, again, it's been teased the whole season that there is a way to convert them back.
And I think we're gonna get that answer by the end of next season.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're gonna at least turn someone back, and then they're gonna be a main character the rest of the show.
Yeah. I wonder which one. I wonder which one they'll choose. I wonder if it will be like
some big actor.
Maybe
John Cena.
Yeah. John Cena's part of the guys. Or we can do that, like that lady's kids, right? That we've been dealing with all season. Maybe that's the pitch of getting her back into the grip of things. Is like, we can get your kids back, not these fake kids that they say you are. Your actual children. If you let us help you, we can get your real. Like, maybe that's where we're leading with her.
Or maybe they'll just try to get Zosha back.
Yeah. Oh, the like real one. The like okay.
They can just try to get Zosha back.
That would actually make sense though too, because they probably want her in the cast still. And then
that's what I'm saying.
The real.
She actually, prior to this show, I'm pretty sure she was the only one who was announced for the cast. That actress.
Okay.
Other than Carol, so that's why I'm thinking she's like the other big one for the cast.
And then that would be an interesting dynamic too, in terms of like a love story too, because like she already kind of loves Zosha, but she doesn't know her.
Also Zosha in the girl? We don't know.
We know nothing about her. We know that there was a lover at some point, but something happened to them a long time ago. Like, there could be a thing of like she has feelings for her, but she's like, I don't know you. I don't know who the hell you are. Why am I here? You did what to me while I was, like there's going to be that discussion of like, oh, we made love, but that wasn't me. Like, it's like a Wonder Woman 1984 situation of like, oh, I didn't have consent to that. I didn't ask to do this. I was, and I'm not saying that's on Carol necessarily, but like kind of is a little bit, but like, I don't know. Like, I think that would be an interesting conversation to have. Like,
yeah.
Like, consent has been a very fascinating conversation this season. Like what is consent in this world?
I think it would actually be very interesting if they get Zosha back and then the real Zosha ends up falling in love with her later on the show.
Yeah, it's like a full circle love story. I think would be,
and that'd be very interesting. Also, it would be really cool for the actress because she would be technically playing two different characters, and I think that would be very cool.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how the show is going to unfold if the year come on. 2028 can't come soon enough. I'm going to be done with college by then, so that's crazy. But
there's there's a lot of TV shows coming out, a lot to kind of
left in a year for Dexter. That's all I can hope for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fall for Dexter.
Yeah. This time next year, we could be talking about the finale for season 2.
Yes, we will have season 2 this time next year.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Yeah.
Man, we need Dexter. I didn't say it earlier, but Dexter is probably my favorite season of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have
Can we crown a winner of the year?
Do you guys have a top 5? I wouldn't mind reading my top 5 if you guys. Have
yeah, I've got serialized.
I need a list, but hold on. We'll start with the obvious number 1, and then go.
Yeah, I've got my serialized
top 5.
I don't love serialized nearly as much of Letterboxd, so I haven't been using it. This year, I finally started using, or I started actually ranking and rating stuff. So I'm getting more into serialized, but I don't love its layout as much of Letterboxd.
Okay, I think my top 6 would be Pluribus at my number 6, The Pit at number 5. The Pit was incredible.
I need to watch The Pit.
The Studio at number 4.
Oh, I forgot about The Studio. That came out this year?
Yes, early.
Shoot.
I think February. Dexter Resurrection at number 3. Severance Season 2 at number 2. And Welcome to Derry at number 1 for me, I think.
Okay, I have a few of those on my top 6. So my top 6 would be Pluribus, The Studio, Hot Take, but for me personally, Peacemaker Season 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Then Invincible Season 3.
Okay, yeah.
Then Welcome to Derry, and then Dexter Resurrection.
Okay.
Also, swap Peacemaker with Daredevil. Actually, I prefer Daredevil over Peacemaker.
That's fair. Taz, do you have a top 5?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, Welcome to Derry surprised me so much. When I was looking at my favorite show for the year, I was like, shit.
Okay.
I can't believe it's up there either.
I think this is everything. I keep mixing up things that came out last year and this year. It's funny, is my brother asked me, he was like, why didn't Fallout win at the Game Awards? And I was like, season 1 came out like 2 years. Yeah. No, because it came out, season 1 came out like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Last of Us, and Last of Us, I think Last of Us season 2 won best video game adaptation this year at the Game Awards.
I refuse to watch season 2 because I'm a big fan of the game. So
yeah. Well, I mean, there wasn't much to pick from this year, unfortunately.
Arcane.
Oh,
yes. That's on my watch list as well. And again, another Ella Purnell show.
Yes. I don't like it as much as most people, but it's a good show.
And it's based off of what, League of Legends?
League of Legends,
I believe.
Yeah, League of Legends. Yeah.
I dabbled in League just a little bit. What was that?
You don't have to be a fan of League at all. It's like a completely fresh thing. Like you can just
yeah. There's also a Tomb Raider animated series that I want to watch.
Yes.
Sure.
It's like Letterboxd but for TV. It's just an app called Serialized. You can rank.
Yeah, it's cool. It's much more. I think it's like one guy of the app, which great. He's doing a great job because it is a very well made app. So highly recommend.
I'll have to test it out then. Okay. Top 5 of 2025. I will give an honorable mention and then go from the bottom. Peacemaker season 2, honorable mention. Number 5, Ironheart. Number 4, Daredevil Born Again. Number 3, Invincible. Number 2, I'm gonna put it there because I'm already enjoying it a ton. And it's brought me back once again. Fallout season 2. I'm gonna put that up there. Sure. And then obviously number 1, Dexter Resurrection. Very obvious that was going to be number 1. Like there's no competition.
It would be good. Like I always thought it would be good, but I was at the panel when that got announced, and I remember being so skeptical for it. But man, did that deliver in every way.
Yeah.
Like also, like there are also like shows which I didn't know like if they counted for this year. Like technically, Original Sin, half of it aired this year, half of it aired last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would consider that. I'd consider that a 2024 show.
Yeah, and then Cobra Kai, similar problem. Like the first 10 last year and the last 5 this year. So it's like, the overall ones I had on my list that I took off because I was.
That's true. I didn't even put Cobra Kai on my list.
Also ended this year. Technically, that's on my list.
Yeah, but
it's down a bit. True. But
dang.
That's what I'm
saying.
Like,
Neighborhood Spider-Man's on my list as well. That's like 9 for me.
Okay, that's an honorable mention for me. Is Fender Neighborhood Spider-Man because that show, I expected that show to be bad, and I don't even know why.
White Lotus is my number 7 as well. That's also really, really solid.
Yeah, that was a good show. I thoroughly enjoy White Lotus. For a guy who's fairly new into it, I've binged season 1 and 2 early this year, and then watched season 3 live.
Yeah, and there's a bunch I'm going to be counting up with. I'm going to have to do my separate, like, okay, this is my official top 10 once I binge all these shows. I just started Heated Rivalries, which is a big show right now. Everyone's talking
I've
about
heard
it.
about it.
It's like gay meets hockey is kind of
Sure.
the big pitch that was for me. I was like, sure, I'll check it out. That will probably get somewhere in my top 10 because that's very well made.
Honorable mention for Sandman for me. I think Sandman is really great. Like it's so philosophical, and I think that's why I liked it.
I feel like Sonic 3 should have been nominated and won Best Adaptation of Game Awards 2025. Yeah. I don't love Sonic 3 as much as most people do, but I think it's...
I don't love the Sonic movies as much as most people do. Like I think all three are fun, but...
I have my problems with the third.
I've not seen any of them.
It's because they're objectively not good movies.
Okay.
But they are fun to watch.
Okay.
I think they're good until they're not. I think it, like 3 pains me so much because it's like you have a very dark, emotional, seriously well done scene that makes me want to cry, and then it cuts to like, you know, Jim Carrey slapping another Jim Carrey's ass as they dance along to music. It's like, what, we just had this beautiful like Oscar nominated moment that I thought was incredible, and then it's like, oh, but Jim Carrey does something goofy. It's like, no, and I know Sonic is goofy, but there's a tone problem with all 3 movies. There's like a tone that just keeps it back.
Yeah. Like, will I watch the 4th in theaters? Yeah. Will I watch the spin-off that they're making that have been not announced but leaked? Yes. But am I excited? Not necessarily.
Yeah. I just want to give a quick run. I'm not going to talk about it long because I want to get y'all folks out of here. But yeah, there's a new Percy Jackson episode this week as well. This was probably one of the better episodes of the season so far. I think the season is kind of continuously building up in a way that feels very satisfying, that feels very rewarding. We've kind of had our 2 teams kind of going where they're headed in the season, and we've now combined both teams together. I won't do any spoilers because I don't know if either of you 2 want to jump on it at some point, but
I was planning to binge it before season 2. That never happened. Okay. So
fair enough.
I might watch it once the season's over.
Okay.
If you give it a good enough review, I think I can add it to my list. I can add it to the very long list of things that I have to watch.
Yes.
Other thing that I didn't watch this year, which I'm still debating whether or not I want to, is the most recent season of The Witcher. Speaking of video game adaptations,
I have heard so mixed things about that, but I can't tell if that is because of the Henry Cavill leaving or if actually a story level.
Yeah.
I haven't heard great things. I've heard most people watching it are just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
I've heard just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, but is it because of a story level, or is it literally just because of the actor? That's like I think
both. I think both.
I
my biggest thing is I don't want to watch it because Henry Cavill's not there, but also the other part of me is like, well, I am kind of invested in this version of Ciri. I am kind of invested in this, like these versions of the characters, but not having Henry Cavill there just makes it not like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recommend the show? Because I haven't seen the show. I've only played a couple of the games.
I recommend the first 2 seasons of the show.
Okay.
Elements of season 3, but
probably not 4. Or it's a weird spin-off.
Yeah. I never watched any of those. I need to go back and actually play. Let's play the games. Like,
because I'm a huge Witcher 3 guy. Like I love Witcher.
I'm excited for The Witcher 4. Like that looks so good. It
looks so good. So like I'm a huge Witcher guy. But it's one of those rare occurrences where I'm a huge video game guy. But I haven't seen the show. Not because I don't want to watch the show. Like Last of Us, for instance, I just don't want to watch the show.
Yeah.
But Witcher, I was always intrigued with the show. I don't know. I've never gotten into it.
Yeah. Well, I still think that season 1 is the best season of the show in a lot of ways.
Sure.
Season 2 capitalized a lot on the good aspects of season 1. And I feel like if they had kept that momentum, we'd be singing a different tune right now.
I believe it.
But yeah, it just rough circumstances surrounding the show.
Yeah, I've seen the ratings, and I know season 3 dips compared to the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I saw even a quote from the actress that plays Ciri in the show, basically talking about how she wanted to quit when Henry Cavill left, but then she was like, "Oh, well, I gotta finish this." Like, and then I'm like, that's really telling. Is like, okay, if like your other lead doesn't even necessarily want to continue the show, or like kind of has to convince herself to finish out the show because Henry Cavill left, like, okay, there's a serious problem.
Yeah.
Well, look, that's tough. I think when you have to get a new lead, like that is a cast is like your family, and so
Yes.
it's just like, oh, we're putting this guy, and this guy's going to play this guy. It's like, yeah, but that's not who I've been playing off of for 3 years. I don't want to play off this guy. I got this guy, so I can understand that.
I mean, there are very few. Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was just gonna say, like, on the flip side, though, I can also see a world where it's like overhated just based on the recasting itself.
Exactly.
Like, I know sometimes people will just not give things a chance because it's like, oh, this thing, and they convince themselves it's bad before they even watch said thing. So you got to be careful with some of that stuff.
Think about how many shows or movies have worked where they recasted the main actor.
Yeah.
Like the only one I could think of is Doctor Who, and they have a built-in reason.
I mean, Rhodey
but he's not a main actor.
He's not a main actor.
Main actor.
Yeah.
Main actor. Yeah.
And anytime that they have the opportunity to do so, they're not really doing it. Like
exactly.
Like think about it. The biggest one that I can think of would be if they recast Black Panther, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Exactly.
They
because
did it with
it can't
Hulk,
work.
technically, I guess, but.
Yeah,
but not a main character. It would have been one thing if they recast Ruffalo after the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
But because it happened beforehand,
Incredible Hulk just doesn't feel like it's part of that world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it just hasn't happened a lot. I feel like it's just not a thing you like. I think every time there's a reboot, they typically reboot first and then recast. Like the Spider-Man.
You can make the argument that Solo, but like Solo was more of a prequel. So like
yes, and I wouldn't consider that a recast. That's just a different version of the story. Yeah. It's still still present day Harrison Ford is Han Solo. Like
exactly.
I mean, it is still technically a recast, but like yes, it's different circumstances that led you there. Like that's
like like what show is recast? Like really random one. If like Superboy, the '80s Superboy show. I've never seen it, but I know that after season 1 they recast that actor, and I have no idea which one's better. But that's the only other occurrence I could think of where it kind of worked.
Okay, I will tell you one show where it actually worked pretty well. I completely forgot about this. Batwoman.
Yeah.
Well,
I would argue that
it wasn't the same character.
Post recast the show. Yeah, it wasn't the same. Wasn't the same character. Well, they did recast that character eventually.
Yes, eventually.
They did,
but not as But recasting your lead, I think in a weird way, Batwoman is probably the best example of a show that did it well. Because I would argue that seasons 2 and 3 are much better than season 1.
I mean,
I've said this for years. That's a different.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I was gonna say I've said this for years. Batwoman season 1 is my least favorite season in the Arrowverse.
Yes, easily.
Batwoman season 1. So season 2 and 3 are significantly better for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd argue that's even a different conversation altogether, Taz, of like when was a time a show changed protagonists after its first
season. And that was like a soft reboot of the show.
That's
like
a season
2. Season 2 ended up basically being season 1 again.
Yeah.
Because with that logic, Legends of Tomorrow also did that same thing, switching over from Rip Hunter to Sarah Lance in its second season.
Right.
I could throw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they, spoilers for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., kill off Phil Coulson, and they eventually bring him back, but Chloe Bennett's Quake then becomes the main lead of that show. Relatively,
that's fair. Yeah, she's pretty much the main lead of that last season. She's pretty much the main lead.
Yeah, I think that happens a couple of times where it's like they switch halfway through. I mean, any of those
I don't think I would
or medical shows do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would consider Legends in that conversation because Legends is similar to Doctor Who.
It's a rotating, it's a rotating cast kind of show. Yeah.
I'd still argue Katie Lotz was the lead, though. I feel like. I'm trying to think.
Chat, does anybody can anybody think of a show that's done this? I feel like there's got to be like a Netflix series.
There's been a lot. I feel like
outside of The Witcher.
I mean, Star Trek doesn't Star Trek do that kind of thing a lot?
But it's more so like
100 years later. It's a different cast.
Well, also too, don't they do kind of like the X-Men sort of thing? Like when they made the new movies, right? They were just supposed to be younger versions of the original.
Well, no,
characters of the original.
The new movies were meant to be an alternate world. an alternate universe.
Okay.
But different, yeah.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. And then again, it's like kind of like Days of Future Past kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. The current Star Trek show, which takes place 10 years before the original show, that show does have a bunch of characters from the original show, but they're obviously recast if they're meant to be younger versions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time, I doubt I have any Once Upon a Timers in here, but they do a thing.
No.
They do a thing in their final season. They get rid of the entire cast, but 3 actors, and have
Really?
one of the characters. So I guess spoilers for the show. I'm so sorry, but they have like one of the characters grow up by like 20 years, and then that's kind of the final season.
What a crazy
It's
show.
Yeah.
it's a really weird. Yeah.
Well, not I just thought of another one or a couple from the same show, Gotham. Not a main character, but they recast Poison Ivy like 3 times.
3 times.
That's true, but they have a weird canonical reason.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And then I guess for the finale, they did
Selena.
age up recast Catwoman.
Oh, and technically Bruce, but
yeah.
which I mean it happens. Just does it work when it happens? Is the real question.
No, it's always weird. It's always kind of weird when they do it. Like the only, I guess, another show that it worked, again, not necessarily the main character or a main character, but in Superman and Lois,
Yes.
after
Oh yeah,
season
that's
2
a
recasting Jonathan.
Actually, that's
Probably
a
the
really
best
good
recasting
example.
I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
That kid,
Yeah.
like, don't get no shade to the original actor, but the new kid did such a fantastic job for what he was given.
Yeah, and they kind of also like retconned the world to like in certain flashbacks, like he was just there, like he just kind of like
Mhm.
it's
Obviously,
always like pretend like it's always been him.
No, obviously, season 1 of Superman and Lois are in the Arrowverse. Season 3 and 4 aren't. So obviously,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I think that's probably our one of our best examples
that's a real
too.
good example. Yeah, 'Cause
But again, he's not the lead of the show.
he's not the lead of the
right?
show now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it really doesn't have. It would have been cool if Flash did it after Barry got trapped in the Speed Force. That
Yeah,
was cool.
I would have really liked that. I would have loved like 4 seasons of Barry and then do Wally for 4 seasons.
But again,
and
but
then-
that's not. But then that's kind of the Batwoman thing. Is it's a different character,
It's a different
not the
character, yeah.
same, not the same character.
Yeah, that's true.
which I love that shit. I love a good like rotating cast. I love where
Yes,
it's like
me too.
it's a new season but a new like that's cool to me.
I
That's
didn't
really
know.
really cool.
I didn't know if I
Well,
would
that's
love
why
it
you
or
like
not.
Shield so much, right? Is they do the
Similar.
rotating cast. Yeah.
I mean,
I would say rotating cast.
It's
But
not really rotated. You keep the same like the only real character they add is pretty much Mac. He's the only one that they add after season 1 that just kind of sticks around.
there's only one cast member that ever leaves Agents of Shield from season 1. Actually, like there's only
Oh,
one
really?
that ends up.
Oh,
Ward, yeah.
Ward, yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, like everyone
Yeah.
else is like
So Fitz
there.
and
Well,
Fitz kind of leaves.
This is a complicated story.
He's complicated.
Yeah, but
He's like
technically
even only in like one episode of the final season. Like he barely there, but he's there.
But still, they
his
kept most
presence
of
is
their
there.
cast.
His
Yeah.
presence
Okay.
is there though. No, yeah, like I've said it before. Coulson is my favorite MCU character because of Agents of Shield.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I love Coulson. I mean,
He's
I could
great.
put the entire cast of Agents of Shield as my
yeah,
favorite.
put them in Vision Quest. Put the cast of Agents of Shield in Vision Quest, please.
But to
Make
wrap
Secret
it up,
Invasion world better.
I like Percy Jackson this week. We got on a whole tangent.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. I don't even know how we got on that top. Oh no,
The
it's
Witcher.
my fault. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Witcher.
I
That's fine.
apologize. I
We're
apologize.
good. We didn't even find an example in the end.
No, not really.
My big thought was that Reese is my favorite character now. I think she's awesome. I love merging of these two casts. The special effects for the sea monster looks insanely awesome. Shout out to Disney Plus for giving them a decent budget to do this. The flashback stuff
a
was
great
very
show.
cool. My boy Percy's being a little bit of a simp this season, and I think that's cool for him. Shout out to him. I hope he gets the
great
girl
show.
in the end.
Is Walker Scorbell doing a good job?
He's doing a great job. This cast is great. This cast.
Yeah,
They-
he's one of
they-
the reasons I want to see it because I really liked him in Adam Project, and so I'm
he's
like, I want to see more of him.
Oh wait. That makes
That's
me
him.
actually really want to
That's
watch.
him.
Yeah,
Okay,
because it's a
wow.
kid. And I'm like, I really
Okay.
liked him in Adam Project.
Wow. Huh.
And again, we got Joe West in season 3 now, which is very
Oh,
exciting.
yeah. Forgot that makes me extremely want to watch the show.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
It'll be hard
Nora's
seeing
in it
him
too,
as
right?
a. What's that?
Nora's in it too, right?
It's a little bit, yes.
A little bit, okay.
Just a scene, basically, like a couple of scenes, like one episode, basically.
Gotcha.
But spoiler, Darren, read the damn books. Never. Uh, no, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We've hit our 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Want to give a big shout out to Taz and Ben who are here today. Taz,
Yeah.
got anything working? Got anything in the new year you want people to check out?
Yeah, I mean, I think now's as good a time as any to tease the fact that we're gonna, bring some videos back and everything. We will get all the rest of the Dexter videos out before Dexter season 2. You can hold me to that. As well as I got a couple other things in the pipeline, a potential new setup coming in the future, which would mean more streams and gaming stuff on my side of things, which is going to be very exciting. I'm very, very happy about that, and can kind of lean more into that side of things until the next season of Dexter.
Sounds like a fun time.
And more shorts. I clipped 4 different things from the stream last week,
Yes,
uploaded them
saw
to the
that.
channel as shorts. And they actually ended up doing really, really well. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, I will continue to do that.
Remind me to talk to you about that at the end of once we're at
Yeah.
live as well. Ben, do you got anything you want to shout out? I know you teased a couple times you're working on something. Is that
We're still working on
pipeline
that. Still working on that. Channel called Luminous, which we're very much working on. It's gonna be, I could say a bit more now. It's gonna be a bit of a superhero podcast type thing.
Ooh, very
nice.
So I've been working on
kind of
that
like
for a
the
while.
Flash Escape the Midnight Circus.
Ish. It's a little hard to explain.
I had a dream that got announced for a second season, Taz.
That would be great.
Oh, absolutely. Again, it did get announced for a second season, starring you and me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. We're gonna recreate the entire thing.
Yes.
But yeah, a couple things of that, and then I'm also working on a separate thing on Luminous, which is going to be me showing someone who knows nothing about superhero stuff.
That's fun.
Ooh.
Hell
Which
yeah.
is going to be very fun. So
Nice.
that should sometime in January. Don't have a date yet, but sometime in January.
Ooh. Well, keep us posted. Keep us.
For sure, we'll do.
Send me a link later if I can
For sure.
sub and all that jazz.
We'll do, man.
Yeah, no, go check out both of their channels, what they're working on, all that jazz. In terms of here, I think this is the last piece of content. Actually, I lied because we got a second channel thing coming up on Wednesday. We have Dispatch, our next batch of Dispatch episodes.
Oh, what episodes are you on?
I gotta wait to watch you play it until after I've played it.
Yes,
because I don't want to.
It's
Yeah,
so-
I know too much. I know
think
too
you have
much
to-
already.
I think you had to stream it, or like I've even pitched doing it on here. It could be maybe fun if that's something you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on. I've done episode 2. Once we're out of here, I'm going to go do 3 and 4, and then have that
Nice.
be this upload for this week. But
I'm on. I haven't seen the last 2. I'm on episode 6. So
Okay,
I'm trying to get done with it before the new year. If I can start the new year with a new game,
I should pick it up on the Steam
I-
sale.
I made a
like $30
weird
cheap.
commitment.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. No, I made a
Yeah.
weird commitment with a friend, so I have to play it with him whenever he comes over. So like I'm kind of waiting for him to come over.
Fun. That's awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, that'll be coming out Wednesday. For stuff into the new year, though, Pipeline this Thursday. It will be New Year's Day. Will be the start of the Pipeline season
wow.
4. And
Ooh.
we're officially launching our slow crawl to the 200th episode this summer. We are now 39 episodes away from the
Ooh.
episode. We have big plans for that. I'm very
Big
excited.
milestones.
Big milestone,
Big
man.
milestone. I'm very excited. We're already talking
Ooh.
to people about what we're going to do for that, so that's going to be very exciting.
200-hour stream for episode 200. Let's go.
You may not be far off by the time. I don't know. After credits, we'll be back next week. Oh, next week, we will most likely be taking a pause from the live show to do our most anticipated shows of 2026. If we have time, we'll try and squeeze in Fallout, but if not, I want to focus on just like, I'm probably going to gather everyone up together and just be like, what are you excited for next year? What are the things I should be reaching out to you for? All that jazz.
Fallout.
Monarch.
Yes, it's back again. Hopefully, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. That'd be sick if it came back next year.
The Gulag Part 2.
Jeez.
Doing more streaming stuff on the second channel as well. We've been playing random games every Saturday as well. We have some fun, like silly little stuff we're planning for the
That's
new
fun.
year, which is going to be very fun. We just did Miles Morales for Christmas. That was fun. We did Dreamlight Valley. I got like silly little plans. I want to do these silly little streams where I'm like, hey, let's play Temple Run in 2026. That'd be a crazy reference.
What a great stream.
Yeah, like let's play Angry Birds. Like, who's playing Angry Birds in 2020? I don't know, stuff like
Ooh.
that I think would be very fun in the new year. But yeah, let's we're gonna be wrapping this up. Thank you everyone for a fantastic 2025. It's been an incredible year, and I will see y'all in 2026. Farewell.